Yes, people, welcome to another edition of From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I'm also joined by JV, also joined by Stro. Sparks is in the building also. Salute to the Dun Sparks
Jeez.
out here. Pi Radio Familiar, Pi Radio Hierarchy. What you two man saying? Stro, JV, what's good?
What's
All
good?
good, man. All good.
What's
Boy,
good?
boy.
Stro already Stro already shook his head before we've even got into talking about any results, any football, any controversy surrounding a certain derby. As soon as that game happened, because I was watching it after playing football myself, I thought to myself, Stro is gonna. Before I could even message Stro messaged me and was like, "Watch on the show on Monday." I already knew you was gonna be fuming, because you've already been mad at numerous things. You was already mad about VAR from early, even when it was benefiting your team. You kept the same energy. You was anti-VAR from the jump. You'd already spoke in depth about Liverpool not signing a centre back in this window, and then Van Dijk goes and gets injured. So that's two things right there. I'll let you take it away. There's only one place to start. Everton 2, Liverpool 2. Stroke, take it away.
See, positions like this, it's difficult to be unbiased because there's always going to be a slight bias because I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm going to try my best, right? But first and foremost, I just want to give credit to Everton. I think they deserve massive credit. One, don't get me wrong, they got outplayed, and you could see that for large parts of the game. You could see the difference in level, but what I witnessed on Saturday was a resilience to this Everton team I've never seen in my lifetime.
Wow.
That Everton team, or an Everton team in the past go down 2 like that, concede goals the way they conceded, I don't see them coming back. But that's Carlo Ancelotti, that's what he can do to you. So I want to start by giving them some credit because I think they deserve it. I thought they hung on. They were clinical. Calvert-Lewin, another great finish.
Dominic Calvin-Lewandowski, yeah?
But,
Go on.
and there's a massive but,
Go on.
right? I can't wrap my head around the decisions in that game. I can't. I've tried. I've watched numerous replays. I don't get it. So we'll start off with the first one, which is Van Dijk, right?
Okay.
That sums up Jordan Pickford as a goalkeeper. And what I mean by that is,
Yeah.
Van Dijk's not going near goal. He's going away from goal.
Okay.
It's erratic.
Yes.
It's poor decision making.
Mhm.
It's rash.
Yeah.
But that's Pickford as a goalkeeper.
Mhm.
And let's be, I'll be completely honest. It is. I've never been a fan of Pickford as a goalkeeper, even when he was England #1. He's rash. He's erratic. I don't know why he has to go out like that.
Yeah.
He's going nowhere. If anything, if he mistimes that, or
Yeah.
if he goes later, Van Dijk has a simple pass and it's a free shot and it's literally a free goal. I just don't get it.
Mhm.
That sums him up, and I'm not being funny. I've seen so many. You know
Get off
it's
your chest.
you
Get
know
off your
it's
chest,
bad.
cool.
You know it's bad when United fans, and I mean I'm talking. I've got mates who are the most diehard United fans who think United will win the treble this year. Like they are the worst of the worst. When they're messaging me saying that is a blatant sending off, I can't wrap my head around it. And it's like, first thing, and so straight away everyone was like, yeah, but he's offside. VAR checked it. That's my issue. VAR checked it.
Yeah.
Who's checked that and said that's not a sending off? It is it's an awful tackle.
Yeah.
That's a career ender. Let's not get it mistaken. You can end careers like that.
No, certainly. No, you know what? To be honest, when I seen it, just to say on that foul, I'll let you get back to it. When I actually seen it, I thought, I had to look at it back and I was like, was his leg planted? And I was hoping his leg weren't planted because I don't care who it is. I don't like them injuries. You know where a man's legs planted and you seen him. You know when the jerk, when the body jerks in it. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, straight away. And I don't know if it's because I've played football before. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying I play at a high level or nothing, but it's, you know when you almost put yourself in that position, innit?
Yes.
You almost put yourself in his boots, and I felt that. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm squeamish and I don't like those type of things. That's why I won't watch like the slowed down version. There's a still picture of it where you see his leg twisted.
Yeah,
we've seen these type of tackles before, and it's not for me. I can't watch those type of things. But it's all of the things you mentioned there. It's reckless.
Yes.
It's out of control. It's excessive force.
But
So
that's him as a goalkeeper.
How that, even at that aside, even though I agree with you, how is that not a red card?
Bro.
When it's all those things, that's within the rule. When you are out of control,
Yes.
which
true.
he was.
Yeah.
When it's excessive force, which he
Yes.
was. Even if Van Dijk didn't get injured and he walks away from that, it's
Yeah.
still a red card.
Yes.
It's just all the injury does is back up what you already think. Because like I said, out of control, reckless, excessive force, red card.
Check
so
this
how the
one out.
refs missed it first and foremost, I don't know. And how VAR didn't check it. Is
Yeah,
that
I
correct?
don't get that.
No, they did. They
The
did.
VAR checked it and said no.
Yeah, they confirmed it. That's my issue
Yeah,
with
that's
it. So
ridiculous.
this is the problem, and this is the
That's
issue. This is
ridiculous.
the issue I've had with VAR from the jump. You are so straight away. The referee in his head might think that's a red, but do you know what he does to be safe? I'll let VAR check it. So then I don't give it and I don't get criticised. So there's one issue there straight away. You then go to VAR. It actually is checked by VAR. Who on earth? I'll tell you who actually. The same man that got took off VAR last season because he missed Lo Celso's stamp on Aspilicueta.
Okay.
The same man. He didn't give that.
Yeah.
He's not give this. There's clearly something not going right in his head where he's missing them
He's
two.
a repeat offender.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, who sees that? And I'm not being funny, right? I've had, like I said, United fans, Chelsea fans, City fans,
Yeah.
Leeds fans saying that's one of the worst challenges you'll see this season.
Yeah. Yeah. it is.
And then you see the
Easily.
Richarlison one.
Now, 1 second before you just get onto the Richarlison one.
Go
My
on.
I was watching it. Yeah. My 5-year-old son walked in the room.
Yeah.
He said, "Nah, that's a dirty foul.
There you go.
That's a 5-year-old." I like not no replay or not. Man walked in. It was, nah. He's like, nah. He's like, oh yeah, he's gonna get sent off. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
That's what he said, bro. And I'm thinking, and then I was like, yeah, he's getting sent off, and I'm just waiting for him to get sent off, and I'm
Waiting for the
thinking,
red card.
and then nothing happened.
But the thing is, I just want to make this point, and you can clip this up, and because this really needs to be said, right? What I've seen
Get off
a
your
lot
chest.
on social media since Saturday is rival fans throwing pictures of Van Dijk's against Napoli, Mane's when he tried to clip the ball past Edison and it hit him in his face. Like, no Liverpool fan is saying that they're not fouls. No
True.
Liverpool fan
What I
is
would
not
say
saying
is to
that.
defend you, I'd say no sensible Liverpool fan, including yourself, is saying that's fouls. Because I think we have to make the difference between the
Yeah,
two.
but
Because
but
I'm just saying, no, I'm saying that to defend you because I quote tweeted something Terry said, shout out to Terry on the Football Terrace, when you was critical of Liverpool. And I stated this is why I like Stroh, is because Stroh is very non-biased. Whereas in the footballing world, especially United fans, the most, we get so much that people are too biased to the point where they can't look at things in a balanced direction, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
But yeah, go on. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, but this is the problem. So, yeah, they are fouls. Let's not get it mistaken. They are clear-cut fouls. So what are we doing? So what? Because we've not had them given against us, that suddenly means that shouldn't be taken. Like what? So we're just going to go into a circle of a mess where nothing gets given, and football's just completely like in a mess as it is. So it's like, so what are we really doing here? Are we actually going to take accountability and just say that's a foul, that's a foul, that's a foul? Because Van Dijk's one on Napoli, although he won the ball first, the follow through by the letter of the law, it's a foul.
Okay.
Mane's one, he got sent off, he got banned, and rightfully so. But I have a bit of sympathy for Mane's one because he was trying to nick it in front of the finger, but you can't go with your studs up. So rightfully so, we got punished for it. So it's like, what are we doing here? Are we just literally trying to avoid the situation? Are we just trying to point the blame at something else? Well, you didn't get given that against you. This was a foul. This was a foul. This is a foul. It's like, no. Let's criticise when we need to criticise. VAR at this point needs to be criticised. It's awful. I do not, for the life of me, and forget if this was on Rashford, if this was on De Bruyne, if this was on Fernandes, Aubameyang, if this was on Kane, any one of them. If this exact same foul happened, I'm in here with the same energy because it's a disgraceful tackle, and how, for the life of me, VAR haven't give a red card is beyond me. I do not understand it, because then what happens is you then set a precedent, and then with that precedent is players start to go in a bit more harder because it's like, well, that one didn't get given, and then look what happened further on in the game. Richarlison on Thiago, a similar type of challenge.
I thought it's like when I thought I had that same
ooh,
it's
a leg breaker.
You know what I'm saying? Where you're quincing and you're watching the telly,
because you've let one go unpunished.
Yes,
that's the issue. then the game gets out of control, and that's where injuries start. It's a disgrace.
Nathan says it here. I just want to say salute to everybody who is watching. So whether you're watching live on YouTube or you are tuning in on DAB radio or more traditional radio, we appreciate it. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the share button also. He says here, Nathan says, the technology is good. It's just implemented wrongly by the league with the terrible refs known to man. If it was just robots, it would be fine. So I get what you're saying in terms of, I do like the idea of VAR. I think VAR is fine. The problem is the use of VAR is used because VAR, so say for instance with the Van Dijk tackle, say the ref legit missed it for whatever reason, his body's in the way. Let's say for instance he does miss it. If it then goes to VAR and VAR send him off, that's fine because it's a red card. Like,
that is what it's for.
Supposed to do. And but the problem is that you still get refs who would see that live in the game and be like, yeah, that's not a red card. How you see that live or afterwards VAR with all the angles and 4 or 5 times in a studio setup like this and say, yeah, it's not a red card is beyond me. Like, I really want to hear an explanation how that is not a red card.
Do you know what I don't understand? How do we all, sat at home, see the foul? Yeah? We're sat on our normal tellies, bro. Like, when I say normal telly as well, I mean, we ain't got all this slow down the footage into literally
we not like
milliseconds.
6G HD.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On some huge screen with a panel of us looking at it.
Yes.
How does it not get sorted? Because for me now, I'm going to be real with you about VAR.
Go on.
I think VAR is getting to a point now where it's being used in a I don't know how to put it. I won't say it's cheating, but it's almost as if now VAR is at that person's discretion. That's how I want to put it.
There is evidence of VAR cheating.
Now, because here's the thing. See, like last season. So, all right, then it come in new. It was new last season.
Yeah.
So, we know it's not going to be perfect the first season. But the second season, I expect improvements.
Yes.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
Worked out the chinks. There should be a guide. There should be a clear, not this, it's in your interpretation. If it's a clear and obvious error, like I don't like all those words. There should be a clear.
Because you know why? Because it's mute. You see when you say, "Oh, is it a clear and obvious error?"
Yeah.
Well, you're leaving. To you, to me, to him, all different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, something could happen to you in your everyday walk of life. You'll be stressing over it.
Yeah.
That same thing could happen to him. He's blown it over his head. He can't even remember. Oh yeah, did that happen to me? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is where the VAR thing's wrong because it's not rigid enough. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes.
Like if it should just be rigid. It should just be yes and no. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's what it should be there.
But we're talking about the VAR, the same VAR. The Premier League using the same VAR that used in the World Cup, which works perfectly. We're talking about the same VAR, which at the beginning of the season, FIFA said, if you don't get your act together, you don't start using it properly, we're taking it off you. It's the same VAR. And this comes on to my entire next point. What on earth, and you were talking about cheating, right? There's evidence of him cheating. Type in Roberto Firmino versus Aston Villa. Watch them manipulate the line to make him offside. It's a disgrace. You know it's bad when goals on Sunday, Chris Camera literally gets the piece of paper and says, this line isn't right, they've manipulated it. That's how you know it's bad. When they're saying it on Sky Sports, when you can clearly see a Sky Sports pundit and a presenter gets a line up and says they've manipulated that, that's bad. They did that last season. And then you come on to yesterday. Can one of you answer me? Has the rule changed?
Go on.
Where you can only score from a you know what I mean? So, for example, offside, right?
You know what? Stroll's a night when he goes, you know what I mean? Like, that's unlike you. That's something I would say.
Yeah.
So, offside, yeah?
Go on.
It's normally from the armpit down because you can't score with your arm. Can someone please, for the life of me, tell me why on earth these idiots are deciding to do it from the elbow down? You can't score with your elbow because if it's hitting off his elbow, you're ruling it off for VAR. So how are you going to move the line from the elbow? It makes zero sense.
This is why I don't even know if... This is why I'm really starting to doubt.
Go on, JV. Go on.
You see, referees now. You see, as a referee, you know, I think you need to qualify for a referee. You need to have played football.
Okay.
This is what I think it should be now. I think as a Premier League referee, and I don't mean as a pro, I think you should have at least have, I've played Sunday League for this amount, or I've played this, or I've played semi-pro, or I think you need to have some sort of understanding of the game. Because to me now, it seems like we've got like school teachers in charge of it. You know what I mean?
PE teachers.
Yeah. Like not even PE. I think a PE teacher will have more sense. I think these are now people who would just see this as a job. Do you understand? It's a job. It's not. These are not people. These are not football people. I don't feel like. Like and by football people, yeah, they might be fans and watch. No, there's football people and there's people who will go to the pub to watch the match. Do you understand?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. Some of these do not seem like football people because you don't. Like I'm saying, we've been in that position. Yeah. We would understand that because we've probably been someone who's done one of those tackles and we've been someone who has received one of those tackles. So we can understand the situation differently.
I get what you're saying. Having experienced it, there's no substitute for experience and being in certain situations.
Literally, I honestly think we've got the referee board of referees or whatever it is, whatever it's called. I think like it's just people who see that as what you get paid this much for it. All right, I'll go into that.
Just want to get to some of the comments before you go, Stro. So Jaden says, "Yes, guys, what's good? Salute to you, Jaden." Bob's Red Devil says, "Evening, gents. Salute you all." Ram says, "Yo, boys, salute to Ram." I'm just saying.
Easy, Ram.
Big up Beans. He said, "Yes, man. Then bless up. Appreciate it." We are gonna get to some of your comments soon. Don't worry. Stro just needs to get this off his chest. That's all it is. Go on, Stro.
Right, I'm gonna post this picture of Mane's offside. Right.
Okay.
So the Van Dijk one is questionable as it is because they go from his elbow.
Right. You are lost for words
because you can't score with your elbow.
What? Okay, I'm not saying the rule is right. What exactly?
The rule is if any part of your body is offside that you can score with, they rule it off. That's where the line comes in, right?
Right. Any part of your body that you can score
with. So your knee, your foot.
So that excludes everything by your
chest.
Your head. That excludes your arms and that's it. Should I say?
Yeah. So that's why you see them whenever they draw the line to go down to see if it's offside, they go from the armpit. What changed? Just for the Merseyside derby, I want to know what's changed because they went from the elbow down. So the Van Dijk one's touch and go. It was tight. Still a red card. You know my opinions on it. I genuinely want to know something. Can someone please explain to me? And I'll post this picture on my social media. Where is the offside? What part?
Do you know what it is for me?
Every part is behind the line. What's offside?
Do you know where? Do you know where this is? Do you know where?
You got a point.
This is mad though because I'm not going to say I'm going to be controversial.
Go on.
But I've seen them do this before now.
Go on.
So then this now backs up my point what I've just made. I've seen them make them decisions before because they've done those ones where it's level and it means it's offside, innit?
Yeah.
But if you play the game, you know that when you're level, you're onside. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, because you're meant to give the attack.
When you're level, you're onside.
Onside when you're level.
But they're going by rules and books. And it's almost like, you know how I put it to you? You know when someone's got book sense and street sense?
It's different.
This is what it is. This is a football version of book sense and street sense. If you always doing things by the book or by a rule, you just go by the rule. Right. But if I understand the rule, if I hear the rule and I understand how the rule needs to be implemented and the scenario, then I understand that level means onside. So, but they're just seeing him level, and then they're now trying to work. They're sat there trying to work out, is he on? Is he off? Is he on? Is he off? It's a winner. Because what I've noticed as well, a lot of these seem to be. I've noticed now with VAR, a lot of them seem to be winners. You know, it's either winners or like vital goals.
Yes.
Like you hardly see like if someone's 4-1 up, the fifth one gets ruled off or something. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
It's always like a vital goal. What's getting ruled off?
I get what you're saying.
And then that's because these people don't understand the game. If you, that's the whole point as a striker. You don't try and be behind them. You try and make sure you're level, don't you?
Level, so then when you break, it's there.
Exactly. And then someone who plays the game or even has coached the game or something.
Or actually a fan like that or something like that.
If you're like a hardcore fan, all right then, if you're a fan who goes to the match, you sit there on that line, because I've been sat there before, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, he's level. You know what I mean? Even if it's against you, you're like, oh, he's level, you know. You know what I mean? You know, because, and this is what I'm trying to say, these are just people who are, I honestly believe, these are just people who see the refereeing as a job. It's just a job. There's no football love. There's no understanding of the game. It's just a job. So then they're just going to do the job by the rigid rules. And when I say the rigid rules, it's just by how they interpret it.
Okay.
And then that interpretation can only be right if you understand the game. That's my point.
So Jaden A says, we got robbed on Saturday and I thought we played well. How Pickford has got away with that tackle on Van Dijk baffles me, and now I'm concerned about the goalkeeper and centre-back situation until January. We will get into that because I know Stroll wants to get into that.
I'm coming on to that in a minute.
Nathan, because it's radio, I can't repeat that comment, but it's funny, but I can't repeat that comment to the people. Then I'll let you, don't read it out though. We can't be saying that on air. Nathan, he says, reminds me of the Dan Smith tackle on Diaby. English refs have been so terrible for ages. There's a reason Eddie didn't get taken to the last World Cup. Ram says, reckons we should get the old school referees like Paul, Walton and Gallagher.
Yo, man. Uriah Rennie, bro.
I don't want to see Graham Paul. No.
Get Uriah Rennie. Nah, all right then. I swear to you though. You see someone like Graham Paul, they would be strong enough to make their own decision. And
that's true.
And you know, like, you get what I mean?
That's true. Sam D says, good setup with good quality audio. Yeah, we appreciate that, man. This is Pi Radio.
Bless, man.
DAB, shout out, big
yeah,
shout
DAB
out,
Radio, you know, reaching over 500,000 plus what's on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Nathan says, remember that picture of the VAR room in La Liga when the ref went to the screen to check and no one was there?
Yes.
I was coming on to that. I was coming on to that.
Yes.
Offside should be decided with the feet position. No, offside should. Why they changed the rule, I don't know. No one was saying before VAR was implemented that
I'll tell you
offside
why.
was an issue. Oh yeah,
Do you remember the idiot who I told you about, who's made about 400 rule changes? Him.
Yeah.
Makes no sense, you know. That's what I'm
Ibrahim
saying, man.
says, big up from somewhere in Africa. Where in Africa? You let us know. We appreciate that. You're all the way in the homeland. You in the motherland. Let us know, please, Ibrahim.
Rep the team, man. Let us know.
Yeah,
fam.
let us know. Actually, everybody in the comments, please let us know where you are listening.
Yeah,
watching
let us
from.
know.
Let us know in the comments. That's a new thing we're going to start with from a third eye view, which I just thought of now. So everybody, let us know in the comments where you are watching from. So it doesn't matter if it's Manchester, doesn't matter if it's Liverpool, London, somewhere in Europe, somewhere in Africa, the Caribbean, wherever. Please let us know. Asia, wherever.
From Stockley Park.
Yeah, you might be listening from Stockley Park. Salvation.
I don't think they'll admit it.
Salvation of the Elect says, big up Flawless, JV and Stroll. Salute Salvation.
Yo, Salvation, my guy.
He said Pickford better get a bodyguard. Man is a target in Liverpool. Yeah, it could get.
Yeah, he needs to move out.
Yeah,
he needs to move out, fam.
It's
a bit techie for him there.
Charles Saeed, make sure you go subscribe to United Central. He says, big up the man, them appreciate it. And if you are watching this, people, please make sure, shout out Nuruddin, shout out Aaron, shout out Miles also. Please make sure you hit the like button. Can't stress that enough. And share.
Please.
Share
subscribe
it, man.
to the channel. Share it. We're trying to make this community.
Yeah, we've got some special things coming soon.
Okay, so Ram says Wales. Nathan says Yorkshire. Where in Yorkshire? Let us know.
Ram's from Wales.
Nah, he's at uni.
He said must be at uni. What part of Wales? All right, let me refresh this to people. We want
specifics.
The country and the city.
Man.
We want both. So you can't just say where in Wales, Cardiff, Preston. Like where? Say where in
Preston.
Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Preston, innit? Man knows it. But anyways, Yorkshire. Let us know where in Yorkshire. South London. Stefan says Rennes, France. See, you got it.
Yeah, man.
Salvation and Alex says Merseyside. All right, you in the bits. Jaden says Yorkshire. I can't pronounce that. This one here.
Which one?
YBN.
Yeah. Please let us know how to pronounce
YBN Kiteka.
Yeah, I just call you YB. No disrespect. I just don't want to butcher your name. He says big up from Kenya. Kenya, you know. We appreciate that. Ravan says all the way from South Africa. Where in South Africa? Nathan said Southside. Southside what? Jamaica Queens. Where are you from? This is
grime rhythm from back in the day.
Yeah.
Southside.
So I'm coming from South London. Respect though, we appreciate it. Ram says yeah, Swansea, Wales, originally from Northwest London. Keep them rolling in for us as well. We really appreciate it. Salvation in Elect says I think VAR referees are trolling at this point. I would be trolling if I was in the VAR room.
There is an element of that.
I'll pin this comment as well. I think I can pin it. There you go.
There is an element of it sometimes with these VAR ones where to me, it's like it's just to be controversial.
You reckon that it's trying to be controversial?
I think it's we're in that social media era, innit? We're in that era of where everyone wants to be known to do this and do that. It won't be surprise me if some of these people involved are like that. It wouldn't surprise me. Because they know they're going to get known for it. They know they're going to get known. They know they're going to get their name pulled up for it. Do you get what I mean?
They're gonna be the talk.
Yeah.
Right. I get what you're saying with that. I get what you're saying.
One of them, man.
But yeah, go on, Stro. What was you gonna say?
No, because I just going back to the Man U one, right? Is
last point on it, and then we'll talk about the game and then move on. Yeah.
If you look at the picture, there's no part of his body where so it's the yellow line and the black line. The black line means he's offside. Yellow line means he's on. There's no part of his body that goes anywhere near the yellow line, yet alone it like goes over it or anything like that. So for the life of me, I just don't understand how it's offside. And then this is the whole issue I've got with VAR is we said this. It's going to cost someone a cup. It's going to cost someone a title. It's going to cost someone relegation. It's going to cost the team a hell of a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to sort it out. They have to sort it out. The referees need to start taking accountability on the pitch. VAR isn't there to save you time and time again. You're there to do a job. Do your job. Be a referee. If you get the decision wrong, that's what VAR is for. But you have to make the decision in the first place. Yep. You can't hide away from it.
True.
So this is the issue we've got. VAR is now giving referees a license to hide away from big decisions because they think VAR is going to overrule it or VAR is going to make the decision. No, you have to make the decision. And this is my whole entire issue with it. And then it's like, listen, I just want to make a point to Liverpool fans, etc., etc. I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans coming out with some wild statements.
Get it off your chest.
and then I've seen football fans coming out with wild statements, and it's like we can't get stuck in just a circle of just of a mess. We can't.
Mm-hmm.
The end of the day is every fan, not every fan, every club has got a certain section of fans which are bad.
Yes.
That will come out with ridiculous stuff. That will come out with, for example, the Hillsborough chants. They'll come out with the Munich chants. They'll come out with the racist comments. That doesn't mean that every fan from that club and that fan base echoes their sentiments.
True.
We need to make this clear. So when I see Liverpool fans or United fans or Chelsea City fans getting abuse because of a small, minute section, which is a disgrace and doesn't represent any part of the club, like we need to just we need to be level-headed with certain things, right? Just because you see one Liverpool, Chelsea, United fan come out with a ridiculous comment doesn't mean that everyone represents that. So you need to just step away from that. At the end of the day, look at this game from an objective point of view. It's a red card. Blatant red card.
Yes.
The goal should never have been disallowed. So you can understand why Liverpool are mad. But then all I see is like, well, we didn't get a decision. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't make it right.
Yes.
There's
you know
still
what it is?
wrongs.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, and that's my issue.
Football in sense,
And
yes.
what these other fans need to realise is these inadequacies in the VAR will bite your team at some point this season.
And that's why you can't be like, oh, it didn't happen to my team.
Yeah,
so it's
because
okay.
it will.
We've seen it with Crystal Palace.
Guaranteed.
The United game, the first one when Crystal Palace even though Crystal Palace deserved to win, got a penalty. That was never a penalty.
Yeah.
Never a penalty. Crystal Palace get a penalty, win the game. Next week, Crystal Palace, I can't remember who they played. Everton. Decision went against it.
Yeah, it was Joe
Yeah.
Andres Townsend then tweeted out VAR's joke. And then someone quote tweeted it and said, where was this energy last week? You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect, I think it was Steve Bruce, who Newcastle got a decision in their favour. And he came out and said, even though it was in our favour, this is wrong. We need to sort this out.
Yes.
Because he understands this could happen to my team next week.
Yeah, see, you know what that is with him? And this is going back to the point every time. Experience.
Yes.
He's been there as a player without VAR, but then he's probably been as a player saying, you know what, we need something. So he would have played at a time where he's saying, nah, we need something to help the refs. Then it's come in, he's like, whoa, this ain't right though. You know what I'm saying? It's there for that, but it's not right. We need to sort it out. And that's my point again. It's all to do with experience of the game. These are the people we need around. Like, someone, honestly, go and get these old school refs. Check this.
Could definitely do.
I feel like I'm repeating myself. This feels like the original VAR shows, what we had like towards the start of the thing. When we said this, we said it needs to be run by refs. It needs to be run by the old school referees. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's no way that... Check this, I'll put it to you like this.
Go on.
How can we say, right, we're going to need to have something which is going to revolutionise how football is played, but it's governed by people who don't understand football? How much sense does that make? That makes no sense. You wouldn't, like, don't get me wrong, there's inexperienced managers in the league, yeah? But you wouldn't actually, they're actually still around football. Whether they've played it or not or whatever, you wouldn't actually hire someone who just wanted to be a football manager because it was a well-paid job, would you?
True.
No club would just hire someone who, I'll put my name in for that because it's a well-paid job. No, you wouldn't do it. Yeah? So why are the people who are governing the game not actually football people? It doesn't make any sense. Check this, I'll put it to you like this, and this is where I'm going to crush a lot of people. The same energy that you have for Man United's board not being football people is the same energy
Exactly.
you need to have towards these people in the FA now. Because as much as these non-footballing people are destroying Man United, non-footballing people are now destroying the game.
Yes.
Never mind the club. You laugh at United all you want, but all you fans are going to soon realise, if you're not already, these non-footballing people are destroying the game because VAR, you know what it is? They probably get some sort of money from the controversy or something. We never know. We don't know. The corporate business world's mad. Every time it gets mentioned on TV, they probably get a little props or something. We don't know. You get what I'm saying? There's clauses and all these madness. You get what I'm
I
saying?
hear what you're saying.
Every time they show the footage, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna go through
Yeah,
some more
but
of these
wait,
comments.
pause before you go on to that,
Yeah.
because before I forget this point. So you've made an absolute fantastic point, and I'm just gonna build upon it. So, for example, one of us here develops an app which will revolutionise the world, right? And it's going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
Now, he's got experience in that industry.
Yeah.
Bags of experience. He's done it. He's retired, whatever.
Yeah.
All I need is someone is just to manage the app.
Okay.
You've not got the experience.
Mm.
Who am I going to go with?
Yeah, you should go with JV in that scenario.
You'd go with JV. So
Yeah.
this is what I don't understand. And this is the problem is, and this is the issue, this is the main core reason why things aren't going to change, because all fans want to do, football fans specifically, is whenever a decision doesn't go their way, or they get a decision and you've not had a decision the previous week for a similar thing, is you want to point the finger, oh, well, we didn't get that, you got that, we didn't get that, you got that, etc., etc. Instead of talking about what's actually at fault here, which is VAR, forget about Liverpool, forget about Manchester United, take the names out of it.
Yeah.
Look at
Look at it like
Yeah.
as a football fan.
Look at the decisions that are being made.
Mhm.
Forget about the club. Forget about the colour of the badge. Forget about the badge for 1 minute. Think about football. The decisions that are being made. The decisions aren't good enough for the English Premier League, which is named the best league in the world. Not good enough at all.
Yeah.
Something needs to be done.
Seriously, like, in something needs to be done within the next year or so. Because I honestly believe. Now, one thing I will tell you is, this is now affecting the English game. All right.
Go on.
So check this. I'll put it to you like this. There will become a point where this comes into the minds of someone who wants to come and play in England.
Investors.
The whole,
Owners.
trust me, investors, owners, players.
Okay.
Because now you have to really look at it like VAR is starting to, and this isn't just me saying this off the back of this Liverpool game, by the way. This is me saying this after like a year now. This is over a year of VAR. Let's keep it real. It's been terrible. I honestly thought it would have some teething problems. I thought by now it would be solid. Tell me how when I'm watching BT Sport, yeah? Just deep what I'm about to say. Tell me how I'm watching BT Sport and a VAR decision's wrong.
Yeah.
They have an ex-ref. So how can the broadcaster have an ex-ref to talk about the VAR decision, but VAR don't have an ex-ref to talk about the decision?
That's a very, very, very valid point, and shows how backwards the VAR system is, like the way they're utilizing it. How does like you said, how does the broadcaster have more experience than the people actually utilizing
Exactly.
it? That makes no
They
type of
literally go
sense
like,
whatsoever.
what goes wrong? And I think it's what Peter Walton. And they go, Peter
yeah.
Walton, what happened? He goes, right, well, I think, And then
Yes.
he gives the thing and he'll be like, yeah, that's wrong. Or he'll be like, no,
Yeah.
he'll be like, no, by the letter of the law, it's right. Or I would have, and I think, so 1 second, like, even if, yeah.
Even when you deep it, there's radio shows like Talk Sport who, when a controversial refereeing decision will happen, they will have an ex-ref phone into the show.
You get where I'm coming from?
Decision, and then the presenters then get to ask the ex-ref, okay, so what about this? And he will explain it further.
So that's why you see people like Dermot Gallagher and people like that.
Dermot O'Gallagher, that's where it is, the likes of Dermot O'Gallagher, who will call. I've heard him call into radio stations. So the problem is, it's like he'll then explain the decision. One thing I have with VAR is, okay, you're making decisions. Why are you not explaining why you've made this decision?
Yes.
How's that man not offside? What is offside?
Yeah, this
Tell
is
us,
what
what
this
is
is
offside? I
this is
really
what I
want to
mean,
know
because
what
they
is
know,
offside.
and this is the problem. Instead of hiding away from it, come out and own your decision.
Yes.
You've made that decision.
Own it.
Come and own it.
Yes.
Do you know what it is as well? I honestly feel like they're all bottle jobs. It's not like, I've not seen a decision come out and then even you know what, they could even just say Stockley Park said it was right. Don't have to say it was Bob Smith. You know what I'm saying? Just say Stockley Park said this decision was right and we believe it and we stand by it. We don't even hear nothing like that. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, it got looked at by who?
By who? Yeah, that's it. It's very vague. Oh yeah, it got looked at. And what's worse, if VAR didn't check it.
The official, that's what they say. The official checked it.
So if VAR didn't check it, how do you know if it's a foul or not? If you haven't looked at it, you haven't looked at the tackle, how do you know if the ref got it wrong or not?
Yeah, but this is the territory that we're going to start getting into, right? Is because it's because it's so bad now. It's going to get to a point where you're going to get two, similar to cricket, you're going to get two thingies where you can challenge a ruling. And it's just going to delay the game even more.
Yeah.
And it's just going to literally suck the life out of it. I'm telling you, if they keep messing up with the way that they get, every football team is going to get to a point where they get two referrals or two challenges, however you want to call it. Like they've got in cricket, like they've got in the NFL, where you can challenge a rule and you only have a certain amount during a game. That is what will happen. It will get to that stage. Because the incompetency of the people that are using it, which is why FIFA tried to take VAR off the Premier League in the first place, because they were never using it last season.
Because I thought that VAR would make it better. I just want to shout out to Eric. He said he's listening from Almere, Holland. Salute to you guys over there, Netherlands. You get me? Holland gang. You get me? Donny van der Beek territory and all that. Michael Scholl says they need to keep it clear and obvious. Yeah, definitely. Revan says VAR has come a long way since it first came to England. Let's be honest, there's always going to be an error here and there. The problem is with the errors the errors shouldn't be happening in the manner in which they're happening. I think that's the problem people are having.
If the small mistakes, fair enough. These are high profile, costing the team 3 points
and
mistakes.
It's obvious. I think 99% of people will tell you that Pickford tackle is a red card. And
it's almost coming like
it's a red card, definitely.
You know, it's almost coming like now when the VAR, when it comes up that VAR needs to be used, them man are just nervous, fam. Them man are just nervous, and then so the decision making isn't right because if I'm nervous right now, if I'm under some immense pressure right now, instantly like that, boom, pressure, nerves, everything's just kicked in. My decision's rushed. It's not thought through. It's not, and that's almost what it is. VAR has now brought in an added pressure instead of it actually
relieving pressure. And I think where they've messed up is because I've seen refs do this. I don't know what the ruling is. Maybe you'll be able to tell me, Stro. With refs on field, I've seen a couple of times in the Premier League on field refs have gone to look at decisions rather than refer it to Stanley Park or Stockley Park or whatever it's called.
No. So the way it works is so VAR will have a look and then they'll say, I think you need to go and have a look at this. There was none of that on Saturday. If he goes and checks the screen, Pickford's gone.
I think that's the better thing to do is put it on the ref because you've made
the
original decision. Unless the refs miss something, which can happen, and VAR say, "Look, you go check it." To me, the Stanley, whatever it's called, whatever park, there's no way that they should be making the decisions. To me, the on-the-field ref should be making.
Here's
decisions.
the thing. This is where and it's gonna revert back to what I said previously, but you see, like before VAR, what did we used to have? Like we used to have where there was a decision, and the linesman might say something, or the fourth official, and the ref can overturn it, innit? So now what it should be is VAR pulls it up at their side, instantly the ref goes and checks it, and then he can then overturn it, innit?
Yes,
that's what it should be.
The ref should check it.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Because then we might get a little bit more consistency.
No, but not even that, because you got the fourth official. Sometimes the fourth official get involved. Get the fourth official to go look at it. He's stood there doing nothing.
And then tell him to get
and then say, come here, and then you discuss it between you.
Yes.
Yeah, fourth official the brother who's stood in between the managers?
Yeah.
Who stood next to the thing?
To the screen. But do you know what I'm saying?
Literally stood there.
Turn
around and look at it.
You know when man just said it, then I thought in my head, wait, my man is stood there.
This is what I'm saying, and this was the point I made to you, is referees are now hiding from it. Do your job.
Yeah, because it's the pressure thing.
Pressure, because Bean says it here, they did that in the World Cup. Refs checked every decision. That's why it went well. And that's my point is, the fourth official turn around, hey, you might want to come and look at this. Both look at it. Between the both of you discuss it. The ref gets the final decision, and then that's that.
And then the accountability is there. That's the problem. They don't want the accountability.
They're trying to pass the ball.
Yes, they're trying to pass it on to VAR.
Yes.
And that's a whole mess in itself.
All right, let's get on to the game because we could discuss this for a long time. You get what I'm saying?
Like I said,
we can. Let's get on to the game.
It's a resilience in Everton I've not seen in my lifetime.
Let's go. So this goal I thought was a very well worked goal by Liverpool. The first one, the way it's been played out wide to Robertson there. He's gone past. I think it was it Coleman?
Yeah, Coleman.
and then good finish by Mane. That's a good finish.
Yeah.
You expect him to score it, but what I'm saying is that's typical Mane. Like
And then
getting big goals in
That-
big games type of thing.
technique there, that shooting technique there, he doesn't lace it, you know.
Yes,
That's
he
the
side
side of the foot.
foot.
That is for all you young budding footballers watching this. That is technique, because there's a lot of men who would just because they're running so fast that goes over the
ras
bar.
it.
Yeah,
He would just ras it
the
and it goes
momentum
over the
just
bar.
takes it. Whoop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there's the tackle on the VAR. So Van Dijk was offside. and
no,
then he got-
but look at where they do the line from. He's
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with VAR.
They're not football people.
They've confused me. Like I thought I knew what offside was up until the season.
Do you know what it
Now I
is?
don't know.
Do you know what it is?
This
Yeah.
is a good goal as well, actually. But the keeper should save it. Should have.
keeper should save it. This is my
Adrian's
issue.
not
This
saved
is
that.
my
It's
issue.
right.
It's down his
got
throat.
Yeah, he definitely should save it. Good header, but you should save that.
Oh yeah.
Good header. You should. You got 2 hands on it. Yeah, chocolate wrist that.
Chocolate
Chocolate
wrist.
wrist, man.
But-
Probably have
but-
stronger wrist than that.
But this is
Definitely. And then Richarlison here in the post. That was a good. Rodriguez played a couple passes that were absolutely immense in that game.
You see, one thing I thought about Rodriguez, I thought
Yeah.
we all know his qualities, but we'll see how he goes up against a
kind of just
big team. And
He was on, but he made impact. He made
this
impact.
finish.
Oh yeah, this was that good that it annoyed me.
Oh my lord!
This is why I tweeted out and I was like, yeah, F off Liverpool. Because I'm like, this is a quality finish.
my
Coming back
lord!
to you like that, like that's a quality finish.
For his 100th goal.
Yeah,
oh
Mina's gotta do
my
better though.
lord.
minimal backstep.
Yes, Mina's
But-
got to do better though. That's terrible.
I think we're gonna come on to the thingy in a minute, the Thiago challenge. But
Yeah.
the pass and the disguise that Thiago does for the whole Henderson goal in the first place, where
Oh
he-
yeah.
this
yeah.
man,
And we got to talk about Calvert.
it's an unbelievable header.
It's a,
He does exactly what you want your striker to do. You head it back where it's come from.
Look at the leap though. The way
This
he's
is,
got
yeah,
up.
but this is what I mean.
The
Like this
leap.
man is phenomenal. I mean, this is a disgrace. I'm sorry,
Hey,
but
did you notice though how Mane trips up the corner?
Mina, no, it's
Yeah.
Mina.
That was it Mina.
Yeah, it's Mina.
You know what though? Just pause that 1 sec.
Go on. I paused it.
Calvert-Lewin, yeah. He's probably one of the most informed strikers in Europe.
The
Definitely.
most.
He is. I think is he not in double figures for the whole of the season, including League Cup now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like 11 goals already?
Yeah,
He scored
bro.
13 Premier League goals in the whole of last season.
So the thing with
Now
Calvert-Lewin,
he's in 11 in all competitions. and we're like 5 games in.
This is what having a
Top quality manager with quality players and a quality system
yeah,
around
but this
you.
comes. Yeah, but
you
this
know what?
comes
This
down-
ain't even it is the system,
Yeah.
but for me, this is Ancelotti.
Yeah,
Because don't get me wrong,
Go on.
it was in the workings already. But Ancelotti has seen him. He's seen what he can do, and he's now used his experience on him. He has, you know what? We've seen this before, where certain managers just seem to grab a player and a player just flourishes under them, and they go to the next level.
Yes. I get
Like
what
for
you're
me
saying.
now, centre forward, he's the, like, you'll always have Harry Kane in the argument, but he must be the top English centre forward at the moment. Like centre forward at the moment, who can you argue? Like obviously, I said
Between him
Kane.
and Kane, yeah,
I said Kane will always be there in the
yeah,
argument,
it's definitely
but
between him and Kane.
like in terms of, don't get me wrong, if England were to go to a tournament tomorrow, and they had them two up front, that's very dangerous.
England got options in them.
Because
And
it
Danny
goes, huh?
and
That's-
Danny Ings.
But this is what I mean, yeah. So
England got
whoever's
options, and then you got Rashford.
whoever would be, that's
Sancho
what I'm
in
trying to
there,
say. Whoever would be supplying them to would have an easy job, because you know that, especially with my
You
man,
could just get it out wide and whip it.
whip it, whip it. No, seriously,
I know.
Rashford will whip it. Rashford's got a good
Yeah,
whipped
just
cross on
whip
him.
it, and then you
Sancho will either put that across the box or hang that up to the back
And
post.
then you got Trent as well.
Yeah, Trent will have a field day. I nearly lost my word. I nearly went somewhere else there.
But-
Trent would have a field day with Calvert-Lewin.
Here's a story about Calvert-Lewin, which I don't know if you know. Ancelotti tried to take Calvert-Lewin on loan when he was at Napoli.
Yes.
Did he?
Because,
Yes.
just wait, because he looked at him, he watched him a few times and said, I can get the best out of him, because in Carlo Ancelotti's words, he's doing a lot of his work outside the box and it's not helping his overall game. He needs to do his work in the box. That's why you see Calvert-Lewin now one-touch finishes in the right areas. He specifically, genuinely this is one of the main reasons why he took the Everton job, because he wanted to work with Calvert-Lewin, and we're talking about Ancelotti here. Mm-hmm. He wants to work with Calvert because he sees the strengths in him as a player.
Do you know what it is with his strengths? Sorry to cut you. I'll let you go again. His strengths are very old-fashioned and they're rare.
Hey, you lot.
His strengths
sorry
right
to
now.
cut you off. Hit the like button because the current views and the likes ain't matching up. So please hit the
like
like
the
button.
thing, man. Stop with just, man.
Say that.
Going on stingy with your clicks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
smash that like button. Go on, JV.
His attributes right now are rare. Like he's got that old school jump. That old school.
He's a number. Like if you put him in the 90s in the Premier League, he wouldn't look out of place.
Not at all. He would, and that's not to say he wouldn't still be doing good. He would do, but he would fit in with that mold, and he'd be able to hold his own against some of the defenders. Definitely. Like he's a throwback. That's the word I'm looking for. He reminds me of. I'm not saying he is this player, but he's kind of like someone like a Shearer. Not in terms of in the air. He reminds me of like Shearer in the air.
Shearer,
Ferdinand, Les Ferdinand Shearer. You know,
Duncan Ferguson, who he's
Duncan Ferguson. You know,
this is what I mean.
Them man who, if that ball's in the air, that centre back's got a tough job on the hands. And that's not me just saying he can only do it in the air. He can do it on the floor as well. You know what I'm saying? His positioning is something that is very underlooked because he always seems to be in that 6-yard box. That's something I was told from young. Like, your striker needs to be in that 6-yard box.
Yeah, because that's where you're going to score the goal. Sorry, we're just looking at the Richarlison tackle and him getting a red card. And here comes the offside goal. Well,
look at this pass, though.
Hey, and you know who got out of jail with this got out of jail twice in this game? Pickford, because he should save it.
He
should save it. That's the time.
You know what, though? Did you not see Thingy?
Who?
Watch this now. Watch Ancelotti. Ancelotti does some sort of Italian expletives when this goes in. Watch. I swear to you, watch.
If they show it, they might not show it.
That's going. Trust me, bro. Watch.
There's no part.
I'm still struggling.
Is that him there?
Yeah.
Watch him in the right as well. Oh, go. Oh, they don't show it.
Nah, they don't show it.
Yo, I swear. Yo, my man lost. And he went, you know what he did?
Go on.
Started pointing to someone on his bench like,
yeah.
I swear down, it's like almost like he said, I told you. I swear to you. He's almost like he said, I told you. And I won't be surprised because this is the type of manager he is. He knows he's got away with one there from VAR.
Okay.
He knows that, this is 2-3 years ago. VAR right now, we lose that match.
Yes.
He's not playing next match. Pickford will not be playing next match.
No, I'm moving on.
Okay.
Speaking of getting away with one, I'll tell you someone who didn't get away with one. Liverpool Football Club. And let me tell you why. A stupid idea in the transfer window, listen.
This is like the 4th time Stroll's be like, listen.
Because this is my problem, right? I've sat here and I openly criticised Manchester City time and time again, right? And then last season, Laporte, they won the title. Laporte then gets injured, but because they hadn't replaced the centre back, that seriously hindered their title chances, right? It's almost as if Liverpool turned around and went, "Yeah, City, can we just borrow that script for you?" Because we want to do that this season. But because we feel like we could actually win the title, we just want to make it difficult for ourselves. So we're not going to replace Lovren.
Okay.
Even though Matip's injury prone, significantly, the man was at the hospital the next morning after the Merseyside derby to check he's not injured. After Van Dijk's already been injured. What are we doing?
Oh yeah, because they're the three.
He's not fit.
Is Van Dijk, Matip, Joe Gomez. They're the three.
Yeah, but Gomez has been injured. Is known to get injured.
Yeah,
Matip is injured. Is known to be injured.
So
who's the centre back? Fabinho. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He used to be a defender. He's got a defensive mindset. It's a completely different scenario than the Fernandinho. I still don't like it, but I understand it because he can actually play there. It's still not good enough. Yeah. We've just won the title. Go out and buy a centre-back. You didn't buy Werner. I would accept it if you went and bought an actual quality centre-back who can come in this situation. So now here's the problem we've got. We either stick with Matip, who you breathe on him, and he's going to get injured at some point. Just by saying hello to him, he just seems to break a rib or something. Joe Gomez is injured. And he's injury prone.
Yeah.
Fabinho, you can't have Fabinho at centre back by himself. We've just won the title. What happened to we're gonna go and attack the title? Where's attacking the title? This isn't us attacking the title. This is us literally just going, you know what? We've not got the spending power. Oh, we need to do this, and this to spend. I love the fact that we went and got Thiago over the line. I love it. Thiago is not going to defend us. Thiago is not going to be playing centre back for us. We need to address that situation. So now we've got two options. We wait until January, which is touch and go as it is, or we go and look at someone in a free transfer. That's not good enough. At no point is that good enough.
Yeah.
It's an embarrassment. How have you not got a centre back in? How?
I said this. Yo, if you listen to this show, bro, you know man has said this plenty of times. Liverpool are a few injuries away from having some serious problems.
Now, with Van Dijk out for such a long period of time, we're going to find out not how good they really are, because we know they're good, but how do you cope now?
Do you know what it is?
Star man, now your star defender, I should say, star centre-back is missing. Let's see how good people have been mentioning Gomez, how good Gomez is. Now we're going to find out. This is the chance for you to step up and be that guy.
All right then, yeah.
Go on.
I'll put it to you like this.
Last point on it.
Watch, I'm going to blow your mind. This throws their whole team out of whack.
Because of no Van Dijk.
So watch me now, yeah?
Yeah.
Robertson, Trent, they can bomb on, fam, because they've got that insurance. This then gives them that base for which they attack and how they attack. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now, without Van Dijk, they can't do this bombing forward all the time.
It's going to be interesting.
They can't do Scottish and English Roberto Carlos and Cafu.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It depends if they decide to do it or Klopp looks at it. Does he decide to change it? Does he play two DMs?
He has to.
It'd be interesting to see how he does it on a game-by-game basis.
Even if they now play two DMs, yeah, the two DMs works so well for them last season, because even if it wasn't two DMs and they had the three, two of them would drop back and one of them would just stay there. Yeah. Wijnaldum wasn't really defending as much. Wijnaldum was like, I wouldn't say he was the attacking one, but he would one who would just stay in the middle. Do you know what I mean? And that allowed Henderson to cover for Fingy on one side and someone else will cover for Robertson on the left.
Yes.
Now, if these men have to just stay back,
it limits their attacking.
It limits their attack, but it also it limits them, because you could probably argue Henderson's a better defender than Trent. So now if Trent has to stay back and Trent's just defending all game, that's a huge part of Liverpool's game out. Trent is one of the best. Look at his assists and all that. Look at his assists.
It takes
so
away his best part of his game.
Huge part. Is basically, it's almost like as if, you know, when you have a really good a player like Trent, someone would be saying, the manager would be saying, make him defend. That's the first thing a manager would be saying, make him defend. But then if he has to just defend now from the start, he's at a handicap.
Yeah.
Trent is at a handicap if he's defending for 90 minutes. And I'm not disrespecting him as a footballer.
You're just saying you'd rather see him as the opposition, you want to see Trent defending rather than Trent on the ball going into your final.
Exactly. So now if Trent is, how many times do you see Trent backtracking with a winger running at him? He normally does it to that winger.
Yeah, because Liverpool are dominating the ball.
Yeah, he normally does it to the winger, so he doesn't have to have it done to him. And Robertson, for me, is a better defender. So it's one of them. Robertson will probably be able to cope with it more. But still, they're so naturally inclined to going forward. There'll be times where they'll get caught out. Literally, you've not got that insurance of a Van Dijk. Do you get what I mean? The sheer athlete, what Van Dijk is, you can leave two at the back. It's like what old school United used to do. You literally leave the two centre-backs.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean?
Everyone else just flies forward.
Everyone else flies forward, and then it's like, okay, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? It's on these centre-backs.
It's on you to get
and when your centre-backs are so good, you can do that. Yeah. If you look at your Real Madrids, Barcelonas, all these big teams over the years, that is a template. You literally have your Puyols, your PKs, do you know what I mean? PKs your Ramoses.
Them in their pump.
Yeah, Ramos, Pepe, you know what I mean? Or you can take it even far back to your Hieros, do you know what I mean? He had Roberto Carlos and Salgado. You know what I mean?
They played as wingers, they even wing backs.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
They played as wingers.
And this is where I'm trying to say this will affect Liverpool more than people are thinking, because
you're making a great point on it.
Yeah, it's going to affect the whole way. His whole tactics. He's thrown out of whack. unless he has someone now in there who he thinks, unless he now says to Fabinho, you be Van Dijk, and Gomez, you're still Gomez, you know what I mean? Then it might work.
Well,
do you know what I mean? But it's not the same player.
Now, it comes on to the point I was going to make is, basically Van Dijk's already turned around and said that Fabinho should be the one to step in because he's the most similar defensively like him.
Okay.
Which makes sense. But now this is where you'll now start to see if certain people aren't pulling the weight, and I'm going to come on to him in a second. So, for example, I'm not talking about Thiago now. I'm coming on to another player who I'm talking about. But this is where now you look at Thiago, and this is where the signing makes perfect sense. Like you said, tactics-wise, we can't play the same gun-ho way that we used to. We need to be a bit more pragmatic, a bit more reserved, and this is where you need a Thiago to control the game from minute one all the way through. There's a reason he got man of the match against Everton. He was phenomenal. His passes, he controlled the pace of the game. He slowed it down when he needed to. He quickened it up when he needed to. It was absolutely outstanding, and we should have won the game, and VAR took it away from us. But this is where now, because there's so much emphasis on the defence, we need to start putting teams away going forward, so then we take the weight off the defence. This is now where you'll start to see Firmino properly start to get criticised by Liverpool fans if he's not pulling his weight, which he should have been doing for the past 18 months.
Let's go there, let's go. So AA FIFA 2000 makes a couple good points. He says, can't lie, I think City will win the league this season. Ruben Diaz looks very good, and if Laporte goes back to his best, it could be curtains. He also says, play Fabinho in the defence next to Matip and play Thiago as the sixth to dictate the game with Henderson and Wijnaldum in front. They're options. But what I do want to move into is, I would say, for me personally, as United fan, one of the most satisfying results of the weekend, seeing Spurs throw away a 3-goal lead, being 3-0 up, 82 minutes in, and then somehow drawing 3-3. And the reason why I say that, because I've seen a lot of Spurs fans on social media get gassed up after beating Manchester United, talking about Mourinho wasn't a problem at Manchester United. This is what happens if you back Mourinho. We can finish in the top 4. We can win. We can be in the title race, etc., etc.
I put it on. It said, "Look
now."
Just sorry to cut you, but
Yeah,
I
cool.
said it.
JV.
I said they were going on after they played us, yeah. Like they just lifted the. We played our best football against United to beat them, and that was a trophy. They went on like that was a trophy, beating us. And you know what? People don't even realize. You know what people don't realize is, yeah, you beat us and you beat us emphatically. But the sheer facts that you were so ecstatic over beating us shows how much of a small team mentality you have.
Yeah,
because we're dead food. Yeah. We're dead food at the moment. You've not beat.
It's not prime Manchester United.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. City could have been City when they did that to us. That's a totally different thing.
Because the rivalry's there.
Yeah, but not even that. We had Fergie then, so you could argue this is even if it weren't the best squad. Yo, you got Fergie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We literally got the deadest manager. You know what I'm saying? That we've had in my lifetime. Do you get what I'm saying? But Tottenham really, really thought, and
they really thought had arrived. Like we're at the party,
and
like,
this is why. This is why though.
Beating, come on, a terrible Manchester United side. We're not a good side. Let's keep it real.
This is now. You know what? We wasn't a good side. We were in a good side, in good shape, in those things. I still believe there's a good side somewhere in us.
Yeah, definitely. All right, what I'll say is, let me rephrase that. We was terrible on that day.
Yes, in terrible form.
Yeah, we couldn't have been much worse on that day.
Yes.
Spurs thoroughly deserved it, but like they got super gassed. Then you're 3-0 up at home to West Ham with 10 minutes to go. There shouldn't even be a conversation about, we dropping points here. I want to say, though, the first goal from Spurs was quality. The pass from Kane, right on the inside.
Can I just revert this back quality as well? Cause man said this about Kane. Kane's gonna become more of like a number 10.
You did.
Because I said this when he was playing in that World Cup with Sterling, and Sterling was running past him every time, and now Son's doing the same thing. Come on, seen someone comment say I don't know. Someone's tried to tell me I don't know my football yesterday. I seen them comment it. Yeah, come on, man. Let's be honest.
The way he skipped past the world-class Declan Rice there and scored. That's
one thing I seen as well.
That's a banger.
See that?
Saeed, come
boiled
save
rice.
your man, bro.
Man, boiled rice.
Because Saeed, you my guy, you my don. I would defend.
I'll tell you now. Do you know what the worst thing about it is?
If that's somebody else, if that's Kante or Kante's finished, he's overrated. Blah blah.
Bro,
blah.
I'm telling you now. One thing, I'll tell you about Kane. Don't get it twisted. Kane's a good striker of the ball, passer. Technically, he's good. He's not a bad boy dribbler, fam.
Yes.
Man shouldn't be just megging you and slapping it in the bottom corner and you no, mate. So
That's a
I don't
fair
want to
point.
hear nothing about, and this is what I was saying, he can't go play in no Champions League. Declan Rice can't play in no Champions
That's a
League, bro.
fair point, yeah.
I said this.
Imagine him going away to a Bayern Munich.
Nah, not even them levels, bro.
on, who you talking
Leon. Leon. Nah, I'm telling you, bro. Leon. I'm telling you, like, Leverkusen. Do you get what I'm saying? Trust, that's a level above West Ham.
Yes, that's
If this is-
miles there. People forget that. That's miles above
It's a big
West Ham.
jump. And this
That's
is
what I'm saying.
That's the
don't
biggest jump
understand.
you can make from a team battling relegation to go to the top of the food chain.
Yes.
You're going from the bottom of the food chain to the top. There's no middle ground.
No,
it's not like
exactly.
he's coming from Everton or a Crystal Palace, like a mid-table team. You're a team battling relegation.
Like, honestly,
Go on.
like, man, give Declan Rice this hype, but Mark Noble is a better player now. Not Mark Noble when he was Declan Rice's age. Mark Noble is a better player now
And good
with
go on.
lack of legs. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's keep this all the way real about Declan Rice. He would not survive. Check this. I'm going to be that brutal. Declan Rice would not survive in the Europa League.
You
I
could
will-
definitely struggle in Europa League.
Bro, Inter Milan, Sevilla,
Even
Shakhtar Donetsk,
I'm not even just saying it, right? And this isn't me just trying to be
Roma.
controversial.
You know what I'm saying? I could
He
go
would,
on.
he would genuinely struggle going away to Rangers. Genuinely. That kind of intensity, he would struggle. It's
Stefan
a different
says-
game.
Yeah, it says, by the way, Kane is unbelievable at the moment and Son is elite, no doubt in that. He said, no Rice slander JV, he's really good. His overall game
His
is excellent.
overall game isn't excellent.
See that? All right, Stefan, let me know. What attributes, I genuinely want to know, what attributes does Rice possess that you think, I'm not even going to dispute what you're saying, are really good?
1 second. No,
What do
he
you
didn't
think
say
is-
really good, you know. He said excellent. Excellent. Yeah, for
excellent.
me.
All right, so excellent. Let me change that then.
Excellent is a very strong use of the word,
What
you know,
attributes does he
Stefan.
have? So whether it's technical, mental, or physical, do you think he has that excellent? That's all I want to know. And Ram says to you, Stroll, he says, Stroll, tell me how good Gerrard's victory was on Saturday.
They beat Celtic, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they beat Celtic,
At
yeah, they did.
Celtic Park.
This is what I'm trying to... Bro, I'm telling you now. I don't even want to make this too much about Rice, but...
Nah, you know
It's-
what?
is-
It needs to be said because
It
we
does need to
are
be said.
balanced because we wax lyrical about players if they play well. So if, say, for instance, they play against Spurs, Rice is man of the match,
To
has
be-
an assist,
I
breaks
w-
up all the play. We be in here praising him like,
Here's the
they
thing.
saying two Rice.
Here's the thing, yeah? If you want to tell me an English player is excellent,
Yeah,
and that sentence there
yeah,
has Grealish, his name, instead of Rice, I can understand that.
right.
Because Grealish is a player, yeah? Rice is an overrated player, bro.
David
highly.
here says Declan Rice is the hype version of Igor Biscan and
Flawless.
Jimmy Traore.
One thing I
Go
will
on.
say is the second half
Yeah,
of that game, when West Ham had nothing to lose, Declan Rice was quality.
so he was
But,
down. Go on.
but,
Yeah.
where was he in the first half?
You know what? I remember Roy Keane saying something about this, though. I don't know if it was when he was a player, whether he was a pundit, or it might be one of his books that I've read, when he was like, it's easier, he said, it sounds silly, but it's easier to play when you're 3-0 down because you have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's no pressure on you anymore.
Yes.
Exactly. So he had no pressure on him.
Yeah.
So no wonder because he's doing things he would never normally have tried, and that's the issue with him. Is I want to see that player from minute one.
See,
I want to see you grip a game from minute one.
Stefan says, you know what, we're going to have to get a West Ham fan on here at some point. He says, no, JV, you're going too far. Low, Rice is better than Noble. Ram says, I'd rather have Calvin Phillips over Rice.
A million
said-
times, a million
Bean says,
times.
If Rice was French, he wouldn't get no attention. Yeah, you know what? That's not even... Laporte's French and isn't capped. That's the wild stuff.
Nah,
to me, isn't it?
we're not even saying he would get in the France team. He just wouldn't get a mention.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you get what I'm saying?
He says, touch amazing, long range pass beautiful, press resistant. I truly
Check
like
this
it.
now. I'll put it to you like this. If Rice was... All right, then.
Go on.
This is how I'm gonna show you, man, bro.
Yeah.
If Rice is Scottish, he's not. There's no hype. If Rice is Welsh, there's no hype.
Is he Scott McTominay?
Yeah,
You know what?
I'd take Scott McTominay.
Is he Scott? One thing I like about Scott McTominay more than Calvin Phillips,
Boom.
Calvert Lewin, Declan Rice, that at least Scott McTominay is mobile. That's one thing he has in his locker.
Rice.
He's a workhorse. Rice don't show me anything to me.
Bro,
he's
I'm
not,
telling you,
he's not
man.
Physically, I'm not saying he's weak, but he's not like a beast physically.
He's not, bro.
He's not got great movement across the ground. Stamina is decent. Energy's decent.
That's what it is.
Technically, he's
he's a
sound.
decent. I've
Yeah.
said this about many an English player. He's a decent. See, like when you're an English player,
Yeah.
your level, what you get perceived of perceived as in the media isn't your actual level. That's why when they go and play for England, they don't do nothing. Your level is, so he's a decent English player, which means he's a good player in general.
Yes.
Whereas
all this
a good player,
tag and all this.
well, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
A good English player gets perceived as a world beater. Do you get what I'm saying?
So here's the point. Look at West Ham specifically, right?
Yeah.
If Declan Rice is as good as he says he is, I expect him to be the standout game in, game out. Payet, game in, game
This
out.
is what I'm saying,
stood
bro.
out. He was
West Ham.
phenomenal. And every single time you would do a game plan to specifically stop. And
Sorry, I'm laughing because Nathan, this is the first time you commented and you give me joke because you really commented like, if JV wasn't here, I think he'd be commenting like you because he's saying stuff. He said, Rice is every Sunday league superlative as a player, works hard, good engine.
Yes, bro. This is what I'm trying to say.
But I know you're not
Thank
going to
you.
put that in words.
Thank
just
you,
put
my
it-
guy. That is what it is.
Nathan, you from ends, innit? I don't know.
Oh,
where
he's
from,
a hard
but he's
working.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, I think I know who it is still.
Think you know who it
I think
is?
it's my guy still.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm
sounds
saying?
like you, innit?
It's true, man. He's
I said
yeah,
every
he's hard
Sunday
working.
league
He's
superlative.
he puts in a
engine.
shift. You
Leader.
know all of them type of things there. He puts in a shift. You know what I'm saying? All them words there. Yeah, man. He look belting
Engine,
in
leader.
a Sunday league type of environment and champion. Check this. I don't even think he would stand out in the championship. I don't see the big hype about Declan Rice.
I agree with that in terms of I don't see the big hype about him. I don't get it. Like when you start labeling to me players as good as Kante, he's world class.
Wow.
60, 70, 80, 90 million. I'm expecting to see, as soon as I see him, I'm like, okay, I get it. I don't watch West Ham week in, week out, but I've watched West Ham in enough games and seen him in enough games where I'm like,
for me,
I don't see
Kante, you see why I can't have him put next to Kante? Because for me, Kante survives in with all the survives with the best.
Yes.
Kante would not look out of place
in any team.
in that Galactico team back in the day.
Yes.
He would not look out of place in
Real Madrid.
in Pep Barca team. He won't look out of place in. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
He won't look out of place in that original Chelsea when they first took over. He won't look out of place in the Invincibles. He won't look out of place. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
You name every top team, he wouldn't look out of place in that. Declan Rice wouldn't get in their reserves. Do you get what I mean? Let's keep it all the way real. If check this, yeah. Let's keep it all the way 100, yeah. You've just seen how much money Chelsea spent. If they really wanted this guy, and they were really that convinced, they would have put in a bid. Let's
That's
keep
true.
it all the
They
way.
did go and spend big.
They didn't even put in a bid for him because there's some doubts in it. Do you get what I'm saying?
But here's the biggest point. If you're gonna spend that amount of money, you want game changers, right? So you look at the money. So Premier League for 60 million and above. So you've got who? You've got
Oh, well,
Van
who did
Dijk.
Chelsea get, you mean?
No, I'm talking.
just in general.
I'm talking
Alright,
in general.
Go on, run through the
You've
list.
got Van Dijk, Pogba, Lukaku, Laporte, Maguire. So we're just naming the five, right? Look at the impact they've had on their teams.
Exactly.
Pogba. And and listen, this is coming from a Liverpool fan, and I'm going to look straight into the camera. I do not understand the criticism that this man gets. I have seen this man run games with his eyes closed for France. We are talking about a man who scored a screamer in the World Cup final. Let me just repeat myself. This man scored a goal in the World Cup final. You see the behind the scenes where he's leading the team in the dressing room going into the World Cup final. And this man still gets criticism for no reason. It's a joke. You then look at Maguire, right? He's having a bad time in a minute. He's shown real character, and we're going to come on to that in a minute with his goal at the weekend. All the criticism, everything that he's been through. Do you understand how mentally tough that must have been?
Yeah.
We're talking about a different kind of character. For him to overcome that and put in that kind of performance, excellent. Because he wasn't great for England either. That was a shocking performance. And then to do that for the Premier League, absolutely fair play. Lukaku, look at him now. He's shining in a system that works for him.
Even at us, yeah. If you
scored
really
goals.
deep it, he scored goals.
He scored
bro.
goals. He
Do you get what I'm
doesn't
saying?
have his deficiencies, yes.
Yeah, but on his day, he's a game changer.
Yeah.
Laporte, game changer. You've seen that last
I
season.
rate Laporte very highly.
Van Dijk, game changer. Declan Rice is not a game
Not in
changer.
that category,
Yeah.
fam.
And when you're talking them type of prices, you have to be a game changer.
This is what
There's
I
a reason
mean.
They went and spent, what was it, 80, 90 million on Havertz? Because they're looking at him like, you're a game changer for us. That's where they're aiming for. Stefan says, can I remind everyone Rice is born in 1999?
What's that got to do with it? Mbappe's born around that time. He's a world beater, bro. It's not about age.
Stefan did say,
Sancho's about the same age.
he said people said the
You
same
know what I'm
about
saying?
Carrick when he played
Didn't
for
it?
us because he wasn't impressive. He didn't get his flowers. One thing I will say about Carrick is I was wrong on Carrick because when he was at West Ham, I wasn't a fan. When he was at Manchester United, still, I wasn't a fan
player.
like that.
Phenomenal.
What I realized as I got older and he retired, okay, this is what you do. Do I believe he's overrated to an extent? Definitely. I don't believe he's in people like Charles Said. He mentions him in Perlo's level and all that type of thing. He's not that level, but I think he's the level below. But that's going with
Just
the
below.
reason. The reason why, yeah, but he's definitely a level. Like if one's A, he's B, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's not like with the Perlos and your Javis and that, but he's the level, which is very impressive because there's not many people a level below them, man.
Do you know how I
But
put it?
because he's not a runner and physical, he's not good on the eye test with Carrick. That's what it is. And when I was younger, I was eye test.
No.
I was
you
eye
see,
test.
No. But you see what it is, bro. The younger eye test is different to
My eye
if you
test
was
now.
that age now. If you was that age, if the age you are now, you was then, you would have got it.
Yes.
It's just that. That's as simple as that.
Yeah,
And
because we like show when you're younger, but I can only speak for me. I like highlight reels.
Yeah, it's more showy. No,
Yeah.
it is.
Show
No,
me the
no,
highlight
you-
reel.
if you say world class, you expect more showy.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
But that's why you'll get a lot of Liverpool fans who are my age who would never have understood the Scholes debate until they're now this age because they're like, oh, wait a minute, he did that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So for example, when you look at the Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard, like I said, they're three completely different midfielders.
That is true.
And it was always, for whatever reason, I never understood it because I love football and I understood it. It was always between Gerrard and Lampard. No. It was always between Gerrard and Scholes. And it was always a preference thing because they're two completely different midfielders. But you look at what Scholes could do. He could pass a ball 60 yards with any feet. So could Gerrard, but he could. The way he passed it was different.
Yeah.
He could control the game. He could do it. Look at the Roma game in the Champions League. That you said it last week. The man controlled that game from minute one. He was a phenomenal player. Yeah. The man got retired, went to Sports Direct, just grabbed a pair of any boots, and was running Premier League games for fun. Like, what more can you say about the man?
Nah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, we kind of gone off on a tangent because it's from a third eye view. But yes, people, if you are watching live on YouTube, hit the like button. I'm going to keep repeating that. Hit the like button. If you're watching this live, hit the like button. If you're watching this back after the show, please hit the like button. Comment as well on the YouTube. We appreciate it. We appreciate your comments. Man. Any new segments or anything you want us to introduce, please let us know. We do try and get to all games, but there's free mics, free big opinions in here, plus adding in... Middlesex Omar says, oi, oi, shout out Middlesex Omar. That name cracks me up. There's three big opinions here, but we do try and get to everything.
But anyway, back to the point I was making was, if you look at Son's first goal, where Kane picks the position up, that's Declan Rice's position. You're not doing enough as a midfielder to stop that.
This is the problem. Stefan, please let me know this. Please let me know this. What is Declan Rice? I'm not even going to debate. So what type of midfielder is he? Is he a holding midfielder? Is he a deep line playmaker? Is he a box-to-box? Is he an attacking midfielder? You let me know what he is so then I can measure him on your parameter. So I know the guideline of what we're dealing with. Because to me, he doesn't seem to be... Yeah, Nathan says you should do fraud of the week. We might do that. Because to me, he doesn't look like a traditional holding midfielder. He doesn't look like a deep line playmaker. He's not a Modric type, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's not a Toni Kroos type.
Yeah, so I'm like, what exactly are you?
Not a destroyer.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He's not a destroyer, so it's like you're not an attacking midfielder either. And I think when you play central midfield, I don't know what it is with central midfield in professional football. And I think I've said this in the past where you can get away without being anything special, like without having a
specified role. Yes,
it's like you can just be a Harry Winks. To me, Harry Winks doesn't. To me, Harry Winks doesn't.
Do you know what it is
play,
with Harry Winks? Harry Winks has got a good pass on him, but that's it.
Okay.
That's all I see from him.
Because to me, it's like if you're a goalkeeper, you have to be a good goal. Like if you're not a good shot stopper, you're out. You have to be all right. He comes and dominates the ball.
You have to have the fundamental.
If you're a striker, you have to be a goal scorer.
You have to be a goal scorer.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Or you have to create. You have to do certain fullbacks. You either have to be defensively great or offensively great, or preferably both. If you're a centre back, you have to be able to defend. If you're an attacking midfielder, if you're a 10, you have to be able to create and score goals. If you're a winger, you have to be taking people on.
You know what's
it's like
mad?
You can play as a 6 or 8 and not do much.
Nah, you know what it is? It's the 8s we're getting away with it.
You reckon it's the 8s?
It's the 8s.
It's the 8s.
See, the 6s kind of get exposed because man are always at you. But one thing I'll say for West Ham, that Souček's a way better player than Rice.
Yeah, well, but
yes, dude, you good? Yeah. Yeah, come.
That Souček's a way better player than Rice, fam.
Yeah,
Souček is a way better player than Rice, fam. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of them. But yeah, we'll get back onto the thingy because the time's going.
Yeah, time is going away and that. Shout out Tuj in the building. What you saying, Tuj? You good? Yeah. Oh, is it? Anytime we're on, just jump
man,
in. It's
jump
calm.
in, fam.
That's why I told you come in and that. It's calm. But yeah, here is the where we up to because we just went off on a mad tangent.
Yeah, this is one that would have been his hat trick there. See
That's
that for me,
strike.
you know what he's doing? Bless,
I know
bro.
where he's doing.
This is where
Where's Rice again, boy? Is what it is.
This
I
is
don't wanna-
what I'm saying.
This is where I will bite my tongue.
Yeah.
About Harry Kane because I said I thought he might have been done with injuries, but the injuries have affected him. But what we can see, he's adapted his game.
Wait.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I completely apologise for. I've just please read Stefan's comment.
Stefan says to me he's a deep
Wow.
playmaker with G-Star. I see him as Pjanic.
Right, whoa, hold up.
Is there a next Pjanic?
Hold all the way up.
Nah,
Stop,
Stefan. You're messing up your credibility.
Stefan, I love you, my guy. I love the backing. I love the fact that you're in the comments. I love the fact you're supporting us. Please never compare Declan Rice to Pjanic again.
When he was good, of course.
Please.
I get over this. He's a
no.
deep playmaker with G-Star. Like, what? Is he Budrick? So, all right, is he Budrick? Is that
Nah, man saying he's Pirlo, fam.
He's
Pirlo's the Regis. That's what he's saying, bro. Stefan, lay off the French wine, bro.
Yeah, man. Like they must have
You got
like
that fine wine out there, my guy.
Percentage is high out
Yeah,
there.
man.
That's it. All right.
Them French grapes and
that. Nathan said Stefan been smoking that. Yeah. On the street. Yeah. See, even Rams like Stefan, come on, like. But that's what we all here for, people. Make sure if you do disagree with Stefan, keep it no personals. You know what I'm saying?
Innit?
No personals. So here's the free kick that West Ham took. That's a good header, that.
No, it's a very good header,
That's a
but
good header.
it's poor defending because.
Yes.
So listen, right. This is the
mad.
problem Tottenham have got. They're playing Dyer at centre back.
And he's not sent.
Sanchez is not good enough. Sanchez is not a leader. He needs someone next to him that will lead, which is why I've said this time and time again. Letting Vertonghen go, he is a natural leader in that team.
Yeah, that one was mad. Sanchez's own goal.
Because he nearly went at one about 2
like
minutes
Phil
before.
Jones. That's a Phil Jones. That's what I call them ones. You know what I mean, innit?
But
Ooh,
flawless.
that's poor, that.
No. But
Like,
flawless.
where's
Pause it.
Like, no one's even there. No one's even at the back. You could actually let it go.
If you watch the extended highlights, 2 minutes before that, the ball comes in and he swings his foot at it, and Lloris goes mental at him, like, what are you doing? Because he nearly does it, and then he does that then.
He
So
does
that's
a
the
wild
problem.
one.
Yeah, that's terrible. You're not even under no
Look,
pressure.
if you look at it, watch.
There's no
Watch it
pressure.
go. There's no one there.
Yeah, there is no one.
By the time my man comes in, that's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the closest one to it, but the trajectory of the ball is taking
no
that
doubt.
past
And
him.
then this is Bale's chance.
This is. You know whose fault this is?
Go on.
This is Zidane's fault.
Why is this Zidane's
This
fault?
is Zidane's fault for benching my man for like 4 years and that.
Got to score.
Score.
And you know why?
Got to
Because
score.
you see when he's not getting that challenge. You see that there, that
The
challenge.
challenge on him.
That challenge, what he gets there at the end in La Liga is a penalty because he's playing for Real Madrid.
Wait, Flores, don't click pause yet. Right, don't play it yet.
Sorry.
Right, just wait. This is what I was talking about. Watch this. Just watch this.
All right.
And you'll see exactly what I meant by you don't know if it's in or not straight away. Oh
yeah.
my lord.
Believe it. Look
You know
at him.
what? I swear down, I screamed, you know.
What a
I did-
strike.
It's when you're outside of the boot, it's perfect, innit?
Yes.
That's a perfect.
Look at boys.
I'm happy for
more.
Moyes, you know.
You know what? Because I was criticizing him because I was like,
He should have stayed
West
away.
Ham was like,
Everyone
yeah.
was giving him.
Everyone was like, yo, stick to the Zoom calls, stay in your pajamas. Yeah, but you come back 3-0 down, and they're 3-0 down within 16 minutes or whatever.
It just comes back to the original point what we were saying about Tottenham. Beating us don't make you any less Spursy, fam.
You still got that Spursy.
Bottle him. That's what I'm calling him now.
Bottle him.
You get what I'm saying? Bottle him Hotspur.
Bottle of Hotspur.
You get what I'm saying? There you go.
That's good.
That's
Bottle
your new
him
name,
Hotspur.
fam.
I'm using that. I'm definitely with Bottle him Hotspur. That's great stuff.
And then the one that I enjoyed probably the most out of
Okay,
everyone.
yeah, go on. We're going to the next game you want to pick. You pick Stroh.
Chelsea Southampton.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I forgot about this.
Another
one.
3-3. Another
When?
3-3.
Chelsea were 2-0 up. 2-1. 3-2 up. 3-2.
All right, so give us your thoughts on the game because we spoke on Lampard.
Just one quick thing of what I say is,
Go on.
bro, It was like some mad throwback seeing Walcott for Southampton.
I know.
It was mad,
Yeah.
bro.
And then you got Bale at Spurs.
Yo, it was a bit weird,
Yeah,
innit?
it feels like we're going in a time machine. Yes.
Yeah, but go on. I just wanted to say that. I was just like, Walcott. You know, at first I forgot he actually went there.
That's a great turn by Werner, though. Werner's got good off that. That's a good goal. This is a very, very, very. That's a top quality goal. Like
Yes.
that's why you sign strikers. The spin, then the amount of strikers that would shoot and it'll get blocked. He's dinked in twice there and still had the composure to put it. That's a good goal. And he's doing that at pace as well.
Yes.
Yeah. But if you
Very
look,
quick.
where he's having to come from, he's coming from the left. Like, why are you not playing this man just through the middle?
I think he played this game. He started through the middle. He did because there was no timing, and he played Mason
This is a
Mount
good
right,
goal as well.
and Pulisic. Very good goal. Brave because he could get clattered there as well.
Yes.
Could get clattered, composed. You
That's
can tell.
it's all good putting it over a defender so the keeper
Yes.
can just box you, fam.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
No strength there. Then he's flicked it over the goalkeeper and
composure.
then nodded it in. Composure. That shows someone who scored a lot of goals.
Yes.
You can see that.
Yes.
Like
That's a natural goal scorer.
Yes. Yeah, like 1000%. Definitely. And then there's Zuma hitting the post with the header. Was good header. Good. By himself, though. Actually, good save, should I say. Good save by the goalkeeper. But he's by
And
himself.
there's this one. Look here.
Havertz getting caught.
Havertz. Yeah, man. It's
Can't
not
get caught there.
Bundesliga, my guy.
Can't get caught like that. Hey, that's a pass, though. That
Who
pass
threaded
and the
that?
finish.
And look at that.
That pass and that finish.
Look at that finish.
That's quality all round.
Who
man.
threaded
Look
that? Let
who
me see
that
this.
It was.
That's okay. Is
I'm
it
not sure.
Adams? I think it was actually
Yes,
Adams.
Adams, yeah.
You know what I like about him? He's
And
he
again,
seems like one of them capable of doing both ways.
I thought,
So
you,
like
was
you
gonna
can
say,
play.
I thought he was going to say the deep lying playmaker.
Nah,
Regista.
oh bloody hell. You get what I'm saying? You see, you know what it
Shout out
is?
Stefan.
He can play. He's an old-fashioned support striker, I think. I know I refer everything to old.
Nah, he thrives as part
Oh,
of the team.
Stefan's saying
thrives in the
just
team.
want to say,
you know what I mean?
Stefan was
Thrives.
he's saying he's not saying he was that good. He's just saying that's the role he believe he has.
You know, it reminds
fair
me
enough.
of a bit like Dwight York used to do it a lot for Andy Cole.
Yeah.
and just drop off.
He'd drop off because you know that
'Cause you have- yeah, 'cause
Cole
you have-
needs that limelight.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah, 'cause you
But
have
I don't
that
mean Cole needs the
understanding.
limelight. You know that Cole
We'll score.
will do the thing.
Because the thing about them two is, one, they're English. Secondly, is they can do
That's
both.
sorry, that's another great piece of play here by the tight, intricate. Look, Southampton. Like if that's Barcelona, we waxing lyrical
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
what I'm saying, man. It's
We-
my
we-
money drops off every time.
Yeah,
that
we
Adams.
We
Yeah, but
wax
this
and
is what I'm
lyrical
saying. So,
about
for
it.
example, if Adams is higher up, Ings can drop in, and vice versa. Like they've got a good understanding, and that's why
Yeah.
them two in the two work so well.
Very well.
That pass over the top is quality. That pass over
That's
the
been
top is
worked on,
quality.
innit?
Yes. Like it's like as soon as this comes into your central midfielder, go.
Yeah, that's Jorginho, isn't it?
Nah, that was.
Oh no, that was the thingy one. Jorginho.
is
did
it
one.
Remain?
Jorginho did the one for Fingy's goal. Sorry.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you right. Because that is, and then Zuma here just makes a mess of it. Makes a
Yeah,
mess
yeah,
of
but
it. And
what-
then
yeah,
Kepa
but
makes a
Kepa-
bit of
Who
it.
man was
I
trying to
don't-
tell me is better than Maguire.
That's Maguire. We never hear in the end of that.
Exactly.
That's Maguire. He's
Yeah.
done as a
Yes.
player.
Yeah.
He's
He's
done.
finished. Yeah.
Finished. Career's done.
He's not better than John Stones.
Why is Kepa? What's he doing?
Kepa made. Yeah, Kepa's then then
You
Made
can
the
you,
mistake
you
worse.
can
You can do
Well, he's
rectify
had
that.
two.
You
He's
can
had two
rectify
opportunities.
that.
Watch.
Oh.
He goes back and he has another opportunity.
yeah.
Watch this. He can get it here. Look. Why does he not pick it up?
Why
He
does-
slides like he's a defender. Why doesn't he just go like that? He could just bend
Yes,
down and
he
pick it
could
up.
easily.
He slides. Watch this. You'll see what I mean
Slides
now.
there. That's two. That's
Watch
the
this,
second
watch this.
mistake. Yeah, I don't know
Why
why
doesn't he not just
slides.
dive on
Dive
it?
with your hands.
Dive with
You
your
just
hands.
dive on it.
You gotta be brave there.
Or
You
even
have
he
to
could
be
just
brave
box
there.
it out. He could punch it out.
You gotta be brave
Out of
there.
play. And then it looks good. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. This was a good goal as well. Good team goal. Very.
See,
very
that's
good
for
team
me,
goal.
that's where Havertz for me is more of a forward than a midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
For our league anyway.
Okay.
You might get away with being a midfielder in the Bundesliga. But for me, he's more of a forward.
So you're playing him, say, as a high 10.
Or like how he. That's what, don't get me twisted. Why do you think after a while Leverkusen started playing him right up with the striker or on the right?
Okay.
Because they probably seen that. Do you get where I'm coming from? It's not. There won't be no reason why he's playing in that position.
Yeah.
Where he might have started the season in the 10 and then throughout the season he ends up playing like 20, 30 matches
Yeah.
as a
Question
right
for
winger.
you here. Salvation in Alex says, JV, what do you think of Ings? Has he turned it around since Liverpool?
I think he always had it.
Nah, you see,
I think Ings always had it. I think Ings just got. He had really, really bad injuries, didn't he?
He had 2 ACL injuries at
He
Liverpool.
had really bad. You know what it is? He had really bad injuries, and it wasn't the Liverpool team what it is now. But he still didn't get the opportunities. Do you get what I mean?
Because of his injuries.
Yeah, no, but what it is as well, I just don't think that it was. I don't think that was the right move for him.
Okay.
Sometimes, you know, the best example of this is Alan Shearer. I've always said Alan Shearer is the best example of not having to be at a big club, not having to be at the biggest club to be one of the best.
Yes.
Nah, because one thing I will say is Ings was Klopp's first choice, and Firmino was playing number 10, but then he did his ACL. He came back against Tottenham, did his ACL again, and then it was like the problem with Ings was it was difficult to then put him back into it. And then there was one game away at West Brom where he came on, he scored, and like Klopp had tears because like he'd been through everything. Ings was crying. It's to the point where you see it now where we'll play Southampton. Klopp gives him the bit, like Klopp loves him. Klopp would have him to this day. I'd have him to this day.
Yeah.
I'd start him right now. He's that good. And this is what frustrates me is why is there no buyback clause on there? How have we let that one go?
Yeah.
Look at
You
him.
know why?
And
It's probably because
Liverpool do good business as well.
it's probably just because of the injury record. That's the only thing. No, you know what it is? Two ACLs. I can just see them saying 2 ACLs.
He's done. They reckon he was done at that point,
No,
probably.
Not
Or it's
even
too
reckon
risky.
he's done, or
It's too risky.
you know what it is? They're probably not even thinking he's done. They're thinking, you know what? He'll probably go somewhere, bag a load of goals, and knowing his luck, he'll get another ACL for us. Do you know what I mean? Type of thing. But for me, yeah, I rate Ings. I don't even think he's turned it. Well, he has turned it around in terms of his scoring again because he's back in. But if he doesn't,
because he's not injured. He's not.
yeah, if he doesn't get them injuries for Liverpool, he does this at Liverpool.
Yeah.
I honestly believe
good
that.
finish by Walcott as well. Very good finish.
They
That.
give it
difficult.
Bednarek
Yeah, I don't know how. I watched this about 3 times.
because he's saying that he heads it, he flicks
He
it.
literally did.
I don't think he flicked it. I think it's just.
I think it just hit him.
I think it's going in anyway.
He's smart to get out of the way, you know.
Nah, watch Bednarek's head.
Yeah, it does hit his head.
No, watch it.
Hey, Saul, we need an upgrade on the machinery and that. We need to be able to slow this down in slow motion. Oh wait, I think we can. Hold up.
Yeah, you
There
can.
we go. Oh man, I'm in my element right here.
The thing is the thing, you know. Go on,
What?
I'll try it. Sometimes it's like the quality won't be the same.
Ah, right.
Look,
Let's
it
see
seems a
what's
bit
going on.
grainier.
Yeah. Let's watch this. See that we can do slow motion out here. You know what I mean? I'm on my MNF vibe. All right, let's see. So the free quick is swung in. That was way too slow. The free quick, the free kick, swung in and that. Out here, that's how gassed I am. I can't even talk. So we'll see this now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, from the other angle, watch Bednarek's head. It looks like he ducks. He doesn't. Watch what he does.
Oh, did he flick? Did he flick it on?
You can see. Just watch it.
Let's see. So Walcott strikes it.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I seen
Smart.
it.
That's very smart. That's very, very, very
See, how
smart.
we slowing down things and seeing things in but VAR can't, fam. Man are slowing things down on YouTube, fam.
But these man can't do it. That's
Yo,
what I'm
man are slowing things down in
But
HD.
This is the angle I'm talking about. Watch.
Yeah, let's see.
Nah, I think it's a bit harder here because the players. I seen it from the other angle, even though it was further.
Look, his head's
I see him
already. His head's
direct it.
already
Yeah.
Hey,
down.
we slowing stuff down.
He's
out
direct-
Here.
His
Oh,
head's
yeah.
already down, and he's
It's a
glanced
faint
it.
one,
Yeah,
innit?
Hey,
yeah.
Sol,
yeah,
if you're listening, we need a pay rise and that.
Nah,
you
but
else
you
be
know what it
slowing,
is, though?
slowing things down. You got to be giving intricate analysis. Go on.
No, I'm just gonna say that's very smart. You know, by him
Yeah.
to know how much to put on it.
Yes.
He puts too much on that because it's coming in at pace. It could go over the bar. Do you know what I'm saying?
All right, Stro. Next game. Which game do you want to go to?
Manchester United.
Manchester United. Hey. For once, absolutely ecstatic
Can I
about
ask a
how
question?
Manchester United performance going. Hit me.
Because I'm genuinely intrigued because I
Yeah.
wanted to know this. So obviously I seen your tweet.
Yeah.
Massively happy with the performance.
Mhm.
What were your thoughts when you seen the team?
All right, I'll say this. I couldn't believe it. I thought Ollie's done an Ollie. I was like, Lindelof, Maguire's playing, Lindelof next to him, Shaw starting left back, Tellez is on the bench, Matt's playing right wing, Rashford up front as a lone striker, Dan James on the left wing. I thought, this has all the ingredients to go terribly wrong. But in Ollie's defence, he got it spot on. I'll come in there, hold my hands up. He got it playing Maguire, Lindelof, spot on. Shaw, very good. Mato, one of the best games I've seen him play in a while. Rashford, bright. Dan James, I actually seen him pick up the ball and actually run with the ball, which is rare. I've seen him go past the couple.
Let's not
he
give
went
him.
past the
Let's
couple,
not
man.
give him. Let's not try. No. Come on, bro.
Yo, fam.
Let's not try and give him any sort of props, fam.
I'm not giving him, I'm not giving him props. I'm giving him props for doing what all I asked for you. It's limited, but that's all I asked from you. Is pick up the
But
ball.
he didn't do anything.
I pick it up.
You know how sick it is? You know how sick this is? Because he's been so bad,
Yes.
now he's actually doing something.
Yeah.
You're getting happy. But what you should really be like is like, yo, he didn't even have an attempted assist. Let me put it put it to you like that. There wasn't I can't remember an attempted assist from my guy.
I'm trying to think. I remember him making a couple passes. Getting him in. I remember him getting in positions where he should have played better passes. I think there was a time when he should have shot, and he should have shot instead
Did you
of
not
passing.
see that P-roller,
and passing. And I seen it, but I've not seen him do a P-roller in a long time. I'm happy that you're now getting in positions because now there's something to work with. I can't say one thing about Dan James I always liked about him before he went through this terrible rut of form is whether he was playing bad or he's playing well, is that you was bright. I'm not even asking you to be a threat.
You know what, yeah?
I'm just saying be bright. And in that game, I seen him take on players. I've not seen that.
You know what?
He took on players. He did. I remember specifically there was 2 times he picked up the ball.
No, I'm not saying he didn't.
And
but
he picked up the
you see what?
players. Go on.
That's mad to think that you're giving him props for.
Yeah, because he had none of that.
No, but that's still Maka. If so, let me put it to you like this, yeah. That's like saying, you know what, Igalo, come on now, yeah, and he skied 2 shots over the bar, but at least he had shots.
If Igalo was like James and wasn't even getting in positions to have shots, I'm like, it's a work in progress. I know Dan James's limitations.
Nah, I'm telling you now.
I'm happy he was bright. You haven't even been bright. One thing you are good at and that you can do is just run. And I've not seen you do that.
Do you know how sick
All
it is?
I'm asking you for, yes, my bar for Manchester United is genuinely lower. But my bar for Dan James is on the floor. So to see him actually go, I can't remember the last time he attempted to go past the player. Never mind go past a couple players on a couple of different occasions. I'm like, okay, this is something to work with. Adding United look good going forward in general. I'm like, okay, because we created so many chances. Crazy. The only thing that was lacking from that game, my only disappointment from that game is 1, it should have been more. 2 was that United not being clinical.
All right, then I'll put it to you like this.
Go on.
In a match where we played so very good attacking
Yeah.
and we were so very effective,
Yeah.
what do you give him out of 10? Because for me, to everyone else in that attacking line
Yeah.
was...
They were frustrating at times.
But I think everyone else in that attacking line was like, you could argue 7, 8, maybe 9.
I would have given him, I'd say he was just okay.
So
I'd
what,
give him
like
a 5. Yeah, I'd give him a 5.
So then that's dead, innit?
I'd give him a 5.
So this, you understand where I'm coming from?
I get what you're saying, but the reason why I'm saying a 5 is okay for him at this moment in time.
No, we don't want for him.
No. The reason why I'm saying for him is because when's the last time he played a 5?
Bro.
This guy's been dropping 2s and 3s. So it's a step. You're not going to jump. It's highly unrealistic that Dan James is going to jump from a 2 to a 7. So it's like if you're playing 2s and 3s and then you come in, you're bright and you play a 5. All right, now the next game, I'm expecting a little bit more from you. So if you play a 6 or a 7, I'm like, all right, I'm looking at it as a work in progress. My expectations for players is different based on their current form, 1, and just their overall ability. Your current form is poor, 1,000%, and your ability is not the highest. I think Dan James, at his very best, can only really play a 7, and that's Dan James flying.
Check this then.
Go on.
If that is Pelestri's debut, how happy would you be with that?
Very happy having not seen him being bright. I'm like, I look at players and I'm like,
Yeah,
what do you have to work with?
And why would you be happy with that?
Because there's something to work with.
No. What it would be the fact that he's 18.
Yeah.
He's just come into the country.
Yeah.
And communication might not all be there with
That's
all
true.
the rest of the players.
Mm-hmm.
But then Dan James has all of those aspects. Do you
That's
understand
true.
what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So for me,
Go on.
if I've seen too many people get happy over Dan James yesterday, and it's like, but he didn't do anything. Do you get what I mean? Like, he didn't actually have an impact on the game. Nothing he did. Like, and I don't even mean like
Go on.
he dribbled, but he didn't even wear no one down.
Now, in terms of that, wearing someone down, but what I like, his movement was good. And like I said, he took on players, and on a couple of occasions, he went past players. I'm like, that shows to me that because I think his confidence has been shot. I think his confidence, because you stopped doing that. When we played Brighton in the League Cup, and they had all that space in behind, and Dan James is on the pitch, and is not making runs in behind. Rashford comes on the pitch and makes runs in behind, and automatically Brighton defence drops 10, 15, 20 yards. I'm like, why? One thing you're good at is running. That's your one attribute, is one thing you can do. So I'm like, all right, this is a step I looked at it as a step in the right direction, and you was a part of, even if you was the worst attacker, you were still a part of an attack that created so many chances. I've not seen Manchester United create that many chances in a long, long time. I haven't seen us put in an overall good performance in a long time. So
what
Dan
I'm trying
James
to
is
say
part of
is,
that. Go on.
he's a part of that, but he didn't contribute to it, if that makes sense.
He didn't contribute heavily to it.
He was just there.
He didn't
That's what I'm
contribute
trying-
heavily.
Dan James
to it.
was just there yesterday.
He didn't contribute heavily, I'd say.
No,
I
it
disagree with
is.
that. Go on.
So Dan James, for me, I think his career is over. Or you don't go out and buy two wingers. We've basically just bought two wingers in his positions.
True.
We've basically just said, you're right. You know how deep it is? We've basically just bought two wingers, and we still got Chong on loan.
That's true.
And Chong's doing good.
But so
I honestly think if Chong, I'll tell you this right now, if Chong had played as many first team games for Manchester United as Dan James, he'd have a better output. By now, he'd be a better player.
I think so, because I think Chong is actually a better player. I legit think Chong is a better player.
There you go.
I do
But
legit.
in terms of let's
believe
bring it back up, because we played well. My lineup thing would be, I said this on the show yesterday. I was like, I said, you know what, the lineup was mad, but I said let's get behind the team. But at the same time, Dan James, I just couldn't understand. I understood Rashford only when I seen the bench. So when I seen the bench and I seen there was no Greenwood, and I thought, well, I'd rather Rashford up front than Igalo. So yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Would you have rathered Rashford on the left and Igalo up front?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I would have rathered that.
Would you?
Yeah.
The only thing for me
Just
with
because
Igalo,
I'd rather see Igalo, even though I've just been defending James, Igalo as a centre forward than James starting as a left
I
winger.
know, but you see, for me,
You know what I'm
I think Igalo has to play in a two. I think he needs someone mobile next to him. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Like
That's a fair point.
So,
Yeah,
and I
because
know
he
we're not
did-
going to
he-
play the two. So
no,
then,
because he
do you
did
get
that
where
at
I'm coming
Watford
from?
and he thrived.
Yeah, do you get where I'm coming from a minute? I think he's. So I don't think. If don't get me wrong, you see, for me, Igalo is the striker. If you play in a 3-5-2,
As Morgan says here, he is tripping. Ollie got it right. He did get it right, even though I thought he got it wrong. And then he said it was horrible until Pog and Van der Beek. It wasn't horrible. We just see this is the over-exaggeration. One sec. We just weren't clinical. How are you horrible when you have 70% of possession of the ball? You dominate the ball. You have 22 shots before them man come on.
you know what it is?
You score a goal. Let me finish this off. You score a goal. You have two cleared off the line. You have an offside goal ruled off, and you miss a one-on-one. So that's 5 chances I just named there. So it wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what Manchester United fans expect. I don't know, because I've
You know
been
what it
arguing this toss, doing all these live streams. Go on.
No, just a quick one. Back to the lineup. I understood the Fred and McTominay 1,000,000%. I didn't like it, but I understood
That's
it.
the only part of the team I had no issue with.
You understood. You got it in it.
Yeah, that's
I got it.
the only part of the lineup I had no
I
problem
got it
with
because
whatsoever.
I said this is gonna, and it's something I criticised him for against Palace. It's something I criticised him for against Brighton. So for him to then rectify it, I'd be a hypocrite in it. I understood resting Pogba. I understood the work. It's not even just the resting Pogba, but it's the fact of that would have, if we went into that match, the 4th match in a row with a half-fit Pogba and a Matic with no legs. So you basically got
immobile midfield.
an immobile engine room.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I understood that 1,000,000%. The Van der Beek not starting, I got that as well. Simply because
Where do you play him?
it's not even that, without him on the bench, that bench was dry if Pogba wasn't going to come on. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
If you just had Pogba on to say, bring him on for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, which he did. He did only about 15, 20 minutes, didn't he? I got it. The one that bugged me, apart from James, because that's just a given, it's always going to bug me. When
Yeah,
he
that's always
starts.
gonna annoy
He
you.
could score 5 goals in a row for us, it still bug me.
That's harsh. Go on.
No, it would. Because there would always be someone better.
Yeah.
What bugged me was the Shaw, the Tellers, and the Shaw.
Yes.
And I swear to you, when he scored that own goal, bro.
You was kicking it.
Oh my! I was spitting flames, bro. Fire was coming out of my ears. I was like, "How, man?"
You know what? That goal went in, and I shook my head. Cause I think I said this on the terrace. That goal sums up Manchester United's season and transfer window. If there was a goal to sum up what's going on at Manchester United and everything going on.
And I felt for De Gea, because
that wasn't his fault.
That weren't his fault.
Yeah. He's one person who's impressed me as well.
That weren't his fault.
Because I've said on all platforms that I didn't want De Gea as the number one, but he's been very good. He's been very good, as with Shaw. Go on, Stroll.
No,
You got something to ask.
the reason why I was asking it is because when I seen it, I didn't know if it was one he was rested him, because I wanted to know your opinion. If you look at the Spurs game, Pogba did get a lot of criticism for his reactions or his lack of reactions, etc., etc. So, for 3 questions. One, the reaction that Pogba got, and listen, I know that he gets unfair criticism. Was the criticism fair for the Spurs game? Number 1. Number 2, could this have been Ollie saying, look, one, I'm taking you out because you need a rest, but secondly, your performance wasn't good enough. Has he got the spine to do that? Is what I wanted to know. And thirdly is, that was probably the first time since Ollie was caretaker manager where I looked at him and thought, you know what, he's actually managed the game superbly well here.
Yeah.
From a management point of
Do
view.
you know what it is though? He allowed himself to, and by me saying that is, he gave himself the options off the bench to allow himself to manage the game. Because every single game this season, you could argue Fred and McTominay should start. Every single game we've played, you could argue that because we all know that Pogba's not been fit. We all know
I do
players
like
have been
them two in
overplayed.
there because someone said it. I think Terry, it might have been Terry, and was like, you have the 2 more workman-like midfielders in there, you 2, and then you let your front 4, whoever that is, go on attack.
But
and then
here's the
score.
sick thing. If you look at our first 4 games, you could argue that our first 4 games, you could argue that our first 4 games that we've played would all been workman-like games.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it might have been different. It might have been different.
No,
back-
but that's what I'm saying. That's why it would have made
right.
sense for the
Yes,
Fred and
for them two to
McTominay.
play. I agree with that. Yeah, back to Stroll's point. Yeah, with Pogba, yeah, he did deserve the criticism. 1, 2, he was right to be dropped. I would have dropped him against Spurs. But yeah, after that, when you lose 6-1, you're a manager. No, anyone who's dropped from that 11 can't really complain once you've been beat 6-1. And Ollie, even though I'm critical of him, that's where he used to film, man. That's where he used to buy man juice. Did I used to film you? It's a possibility. I don't know Nathan in it. As we were saying, it's a possibility. He said, yeah, I swear I used to film, man. I swear I used to buy my juice. I don't know in it, baby. As we were saying, yeah, he deserves. Ollie does get it right, and people, because like social media is crazy. Because it's like once you say you're Ollie in, you then can't say Ollie. Then if Ollie does something wrong, you can't criticize him. Whereas if you criticize him, you can't say he was good. So people were shocked by me saying.
There's no in the middle, and that's what I don't understand about United
like someone
fans.
tweeted me that and was like, I like the fact that you're balanced, even though you're critical of him. You give him praise. We just won 4-1. You did a lineup that 99.9% of Manchester United fans didn't like, and we played extremely well, minus the first 2 minutes and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree.
So it's kind of like that.
I don't know. I just wanted to know from an outsider looking in, because when I seen the lineup, I was like,
yeah, the lineup
it's done me. But then I looked at it from a management point of view, and I was thinking, has he dropped Pogba because of the criticism in his performance in the Spurs game? If he did, then I was like, you know what, fair play.
I don't even think it's the criticism. I think it's I think it was him. I think it was him realizing it was his mistake to play him when he's like, let's get this all the way right. He's had the deadly coronavirus. Yeah. He's had the deadly coronavirus and he's overplayed him. Let's get it right as well. Last season, he came back injured and then played every single game.
Yes. So it's
So-
like,
Yeah, same with Rashford.
it's not.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's one of them. So I think that's him probably thinking, you know what, I've been a bit wrong. That's the angle which I'm going to take it at. And then I give him ratings for that because he's done what I think he should have done from the start of the season.
And it's good that he's done that.
Because-
That's a step in the right direction.
Exactly.
That shows that. But please don't then revert to type in the next game after, not PSG, I'm talking the next Premier League game, and do some nonsense.
But here's the thing. This is where I think he's realised. This is what he's realised. He's realised, yeah. So if he plays that same team,
Same
which he's played in
11
the
all the
first
time.
4 games, yeah, and it's and we're like what gets to about 60 minutes,
Yeah.
and everyone's now become run down, and then Newcastle, who are a workhorse team, they would then take control of the game, wouldn't they? And then who would he have off the bench? He would have Donny.
Yeah.
And then Mata, where Mata would be not as effective. For me, Mata coming off the bench, I've always said this, I prefer to see Mata start than Mata come off the bench
I hear that.
because it always depends on the pace of the game he's coming into. a game most likely most of the time a game's gonna start slow in it.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
So you can control the tempo of the game.
I just want to salute Mr. Aaron United because he shared the video on his YouTube channel. So Aaron, man, much appreciated.
Bless.
Thank
Love you, brother,
Make sure
man.
you go subscribe to
Enough
that.
love.
Love for that, man. Appreciate
And
it.
then this is the thing with a game starting slow, which most of the games do, or it's a game where you can control the tempo against a team like Newcastle.
Yes.
That's where it makes sense.
Might make sense.
But if that game's 60 minutes in and it's fast paced, matters
Yeah,
out the game.
yes.
So
I know what
then
you're saying.
this is where I'm saying, was this? I'm throwing this question out there. I don't know. This is how I interpreted it. Is this good game management from him? Because he's given himself the options off the bench to change that. He's realised that Pogba and Donny and who else came on? I can't even remember now. Did we do 3 subs?
Yeah, it's just Pogba and Donny, I think.
Yeah, well, those two off the bench, just look at those names.
Just those two alone.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? They are game changers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? And then if you then say you've got Pogba, Donny, Bruno and Mata on the pitch at the same time, you've basically you're controlling that midfield. Every one of them can control a game on their own.
He got it. You know what? He got it spot on. Minus making the changes too late. I thought the changes came a little too late with your Pogba and your Donnies, and it swung. But I can't even say that because you've made them changes and then they've made the difference. So salute to Ollie for calling
what it
it right.
is. You see
Go on,
when
last point on it, and then we'll move on to the next game.
My problem with him doing things too late is when you're bringing on someone like an Igalo at an 86 minute, or even a Greenwood, because of the pressure you're putting on him at that time in the game, doesn't make sense. 2 big players late on makes sense because you know that they could just, even if he brought them on at 86 minutes,
they can change your game.
They could just, it's one pass. Donny could do one pass or have a one shot. Pogba could do the same. So that makes more sense. It's depending on the caliber of a player. You know what I'm saying? There you go. But yeah, big win.
Game.
1 second, Wan-Bissaka as well for that goal.
Finish.
Bad man.
What a finish.
Wan-Bazooka, as I said last night.
No, I'm just laughing because we were walking up, and for those of you that obviously weren't there, we were off air and we were talking about the state of the defending the Premier League and how there's not been a 0-0. And someone mentioned Burnley. Lo and behold, West Brom, Burnley, 0-0.
Oh, yeah, it would be them two teams.
It's finished.
It would be them two teams.
That's why I was laughing. It just made me laugh.
Yeah, it's good to know that defending is not all lost. It's not just no defending and vibes in the Premier League.
Sean Dyche seen that stat and said, hold my beer.
Yeah, he did.
Hold my beer, mate.
Hold both beers. Said hold both beers.
Get me.
Nah, that's good. Next game on, because we are slowly closing down the show. Please, again, if you are watching this live right now or if you're watching this back after we have finished the show, hit the like button on the YouTube video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell also, and share this video. So it doesn't matter if you're watching during or after. We really appreciate it because from a third eye view, we go live here on Pi Radio every Monday, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. discussing all things Premier League related. Stro, next game. You want to go? You want to go City?
Yeah, City.
All right, so City 1-0. It's Arsenal. Where I want to start with this is Arteta is receiving a lot of flack for his defensive style, playing Willian as a false nine. Go on, JV. Give me your thoughts
1
on
second.
it.
I just can't believe I seen Arteta out.
Really?
Bro, they had the chances.
Bro, I seen
If they're
man
clinical,
talking
they
Arteta
beat
out.
Manchester City.
Aubameyang missed one. Saka missed one.
I'm not even. If they have the chances, they beat Manchester City.
Yeah.
They had
And
chances.
if Bellerin could defend, he'd be all right.
But do you know what that
You
is?
can't get danced inside like
This
that.
is
That's too easy.
this is
way
what I'll
too
tell
easy.
you. I'll tell you one thing now.
No way can you let Foden chop inside. Not that Foden's not good, but it's too easy is what I'm
Yes.
saying. He dances inside way too easy. Keep him good, show him down the line.
Exactly. No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Old-fashioned defending, innit?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing now. Pep realised what happened to him in the last 2 times he played against Arteta. And it was Aubameyang in the left-hand channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Right.
So, he names his defence. I couldn't work out who was playing where. It was wrong to what it was. What they said on the telly was wrong to what it was in real life.
Yeah, because Sky, even I remember Gary Neville trying to figure it out.
They said they went with Walker right back, Cancelo left back, and then Diaz and Ake.
Yeah.
When in fact it turned out to be Cancelo right back, Walker right centre back,
Yes.
Diaz left centre back, and Ake left back. And when I seen that, I was like, oh, I got it straight away.
Because Saka should score here. That Aubameyang
Yes.
one too. Saka's got to score
you
that.
see this.
But
They
here's
had
the
the
thing.
Saka's got to score
chances.
that.
Here's the thing. They had the chances, but if this is one of those other matches, who's on the end of that
Aubameyang.
chance? It's Aubameyang. And Aubameyang went on the end of a lot of chances because Walker was all over him.
Yeah, because Walker's one thing about Walker.
It's quick.
Very quick.
He's quick.
Quick
And then
recovery
this is
times.
where you have to now, this is where I have to say, Pep, this is where Pep gets it right sometimes. With those crazy formations and crazy things, because number one, Aubameyang's not expecting that. Aubameyang is not expecting to have Kyle Walker on him all game.
Right, I get you.
Do you know what I'm saying? So number one, you've messed up straight away their whole tactics to their build up for this game.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Kyle Walker's strong. He's fast. He's actually becoming quite a very good centre back. And because the centre back game has changed, he's not probably going to do a lot of defending and headering and do you know what I mean? It's more groundwork where that's his strength. He's strong. He's quick. He's fast. He's alert. Do you know what I mean? He's got the stamina, so he can run around after someone like Aubameyang all game.
Yes.
And this is one thing. It's like he realised, keep Aubameyang quiet, we'll have a chance.
Flawless. Do me a favour.
And that's what they did.
Speaking of Kyle Walker, go back to the corner.
Which corner? Oh, you mean the one where he was talking about whether Arsenal should?
It's about
Arsenal
halfway.
should have had a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think it might be. Yeah, yeah. It's after this. What's that?
Because
Go on, what's your thoughts on it while I try and find it?
this is the problem, right? Is if that's anywhere else on the pitch, it's a free kick.
True.
It's reckless. Why is he going with his foot there?
The high foot one.
Yeah, for the life of me, I don't understand what he's doing.
Who was it?
It's Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker. Yeah, it's Kyle
But
Walker.
no, that's why. That's why. Even though I've just given him his flowers,
Is here?
he's not.
Is that a penalty?
Yeah, it's reckless.
Yeah. Why is
Look.
Why is that? All right then. Why is that? Where does he play?
that right back?
Right back. If I blast you a ball, if I blast you a ball over to the line, what do you do?
Yeah,
If you can't chest it,
Exactly.
your foot's out, innit?
Yeah.
So it's even though he's played good and he's learning in a new position, that's his right back instinct. Do you understand? When the ball's like that, as a right back, your foot's going out, innit? Because if he does that on the thingy, if he does that on the close to the byline, he's giving away a foul, but it's not a penalty, is it?
It's just a foul. Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming
I
from?
get what you're saying.
So it's one of those things. So that's where it's an excellent gamble from Pep, because that's where the gamble could have went against him.
I get what you're saying. Stroll run us through all the rest of the results we've not gone through quickly. And just while you find them all, Ram says here, nice show, boys. You should get a phone in. We are planning on doing something like that. We are just trying to figure out how exactly to do it, because this is live radio, so we can't really have issues, with connections. So this is why we don't.
We've done it before. Sometimes it's a bit iffy.
We've had issues, but
do you know what it is though?
Go on.
Just a quick one on City. That was a very un-Pep-like victory.
Ugly.
Yes.
Which
And
is something you don't associate to that.
That's something I don't associate. But then, with how the league is going at the moment, if they can do their cavalier football, which we know they're still going to have,
Yes.
and those results, and with the Van Dijk injury, I'd say that evens them up with Liverpool. I won't say that puts them ahead of Liverpool, but I'd say that evens them up with Liverpool. And depending on how the season goes, how Liverpool then play, it could put them ahead. We never know. But that is a very good victory for Pep. And also what I'll give Sterling a shout, because he is now, whether you like it or not, he is that go-to man in that team.
Yeah.
It's Sterling over Aguero now for me. And I'm not saying he's the better player, but where Aguero's at now, he doesn't seem to be fully fit. He doesn't seem to be doing them runs and everything. It seems as if he's maybe a bit similar to Kane, where he's a bit more withdrawn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not doing the running because he's not got the legs now. So it might be we might see something similar like that with him, because he's actually done that earlier in his career. Aguero's already done the second striker
We'll
thing.
soon find out. Go on, Stroll. Run us through the rest of the results we didn't get to.
Sheffield United, Fulham 1-1, Crystal Palace, Brighton 1-1, obviously Spurs, West Ham 3-0, Aston Villa 1-0.
Oh
Away
yeah,
at
shout out
Leicester.
to Villa.
Away at Leicester, top of the league, phenomenal.
So what, Villa title challenge, is that what we're saying? Yeah.
4 wins, innit?
Listen,
You know what? There
listen,
is
it's
one thing,
2020.
though.
They've only conceded 2 goals.
It's 20, yeah, and the 2 goals were against us. It's 2020. Anything can happen at
Yeah,
this point.
anything could happen. Go on, rest of the results before we get into Villa.
Obviously, us 2-2, Chelsea 3-3. That's the rest of the results, and then obviously we've done the United game, done the City Chelsea game. West Brom and Burnley, as I mentioned, finished 0-0, and Leeds and Wolves are currently 0-0 at half time.
Okay.
Half time. That's late, isn't it? Or was it start at 8?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's starting at 8. So it'll be by the time we finish the show, the second half would have started. That's what
Yeah.
it is. But like I said, people, from a Third Eye View, we go live every Monday on Pi Radio, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. discussing everything Premier League related. Not only do we go live on the Pi Radio YouTube, you can tune in on your DAB radio. So all you have to do is retune your DAB radio.
Yeah, man.
You can tune in. Or
Sometimes it depends. It's like Manchester or Northwest settings,
Yes.
and then you go into those certain stations and you'll find us on there.
There you go.
So you have to do a bit of digging.
There
It's
you
not
go.
there straight away. Sometimes depends on the vehicle. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sometimes it's there straight away. Sometimes it's not, but it is there.
Yeah.
We are there. DAB.
There you go. And we can watch, and like I said, you can watch the show back as well on the Pi Radio YouTube because it streams. As soon as we finish it, immediately goes up.
Straight onto
So
the
yeah,
YouTube.
go straight onto the YouTube. And we are figuring out a way to get it on audio platforms also. So whether you're listening, to get me, whether you're listening back to it, or you're driving in your car, or you're chilling in your house, or you're at work, you'll be able to listen to us free, plus guests talk football. But we really appreciate all the support. Everybody in the comments, thank you. If we didn't get to your comment, we do apologize. And I can see here from the numbers, we've done very good numbers again this week. So we appreciate it. We are planning looking at trying to get a guest on next week also. But salute to everybody in the comments. Like, thank you. We really, really, really appreciate it. And we want to grow this thing bigger as well. And Ram says here, you guys can hear my intelligent, and he put intelligent in quotation marks, comments when the phone is on. Yeah, man, we're going to get something sorted. We are
Yeah,
gonna get
say
something
nothing,
sorted.
Rams, man.
But yeah, make sure you follow From a Third Eye View as well across all platforms as well. So From a Third Eye View has a Twitter page, and it's From a Third Eye View with the number 3. So From a Third Eye View on Twitter, From a Third Eye View on Facebook, From a Third Eye View on Instagram.
And listen, message us and getting your comments and whatever
Any questions you've got?
queries.
Yes, any questions? That's a great point. Any
You know what I'm
questions
saying?
you have, you want us to answer on the show, please at the From a Third Eye View Twitter at. That's what we want. You can at us individually or all together, but you have to
Nah,
include.
at the Third Eye View.
Yeah, you
At
have
the
to add
Third Eye View.
Third Eye View, yes.
At the Third Eye View on all social media platforms.
Yes, please do that.
It'll be in the bio for this.
Yeah, we'll get it sorted actually. Yes, we're gonna put it in the bio actually immediately after this. We're gonna put them all in actually. That's a great idea, JV. We're gonna put them all in. But yeah, this has been a From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Peace.
Peace.